everyone, and welcome back once again to Rogues Gallery Live. Hello, everyone. Like I said, welcome to Rogues Gallery Live. This is Chris, the Batman statue collector, and this is the Mega Rogues Gallery Live, number 123. It's been kind of a mega after a mega. We had the Mega Auction and now the Mega Rogues Gallery Live. But today we have a couple of amazing guests tonight. We also have, I think, well over maybe 350 photos to look at. We've got a lot of photos to look at tonight. And so it's also going to be just your show. We've got I'm going to introduce you first. We got Mr. Charles Carrozza from All Things Art joining us tonight. We also have Eric B. from All Things Art, and also Dan DeFault from Wayne Manor North. And Jeff Delaney is going to be absent tonight. He has some other issues that's going on this evening. And then I don't know about Jeff Morris, if he'll pop in. Again, he's working a lot of overtime this summer, and it leads into late hours, so hopefully he'll pop on. And excuse me. And then in a bit, we'll have Jay Sia from Legendary Beast Studio coming on, talking about the DC license and kind of what they have in store for all of you out there. And of course, we're going to be looking at those photos as well, because they just had that ToyCon last weekend. Thanks everybody that's been watching all of those ToyCon videos. That's awesome to see some of those booth tours and things like that. So anyway, thank you very, very much. So gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Glad to have you guys. Let me see. I guess we'll say hello to some folks real quick, and then we'll get started.
Chris, it was great to hear that that Charles is now working for Eric. That's kind of cool.
Yes, he is.
I'm Eric from Choice Fine Art now. And,
do we need to do this?
There you go.
Does that look more right?
You introduced us as Charles from It's All Things Art.
Did I really?
Yeah.
It's okay, Chris. I've been called worse.
Let me try that again. Charles from Choice Fine Art.
Yes.
There you go.
I guess I'm just used to saying All Things Art, but Choice Fine Art. Sorry about that. I feel very bad.
It's all good.
But hey, this is live. This is live. It is what it is. Anyway, let me say hello to some folks real quick, and then we'll get started. So we've got the Con Collective going to be a great show. Welcome, Jay. Again, Jay will be here in a little bit. Looking forward to this one. Bat fan, been a crappy week at work, so this will help me get through my day. I'm glad to hear that, Theodore, but I'm sorry to hear about your work week. We got Jim Richards in the house. We got Dark Ranger 7. We got Den in the house. Dylan Hicks. There's that Dan guy. Borg Cube 1 of 2. Where's this BSC? He's at home washing his tights. I was actually. Mike Stainbrook. We got bats in the belfry. Let's see. We've got Richard. What time zone is this? 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's 8 East right now, and 5 Pacific. Justin Racklin in the house. We got Vane 21. We got Obi-Wan. Let's see. Get kind of caught up here. Battle Force Hunter. We got Statue Doctor in the house. Should be an exciting show. I sure hope so. Mitchell Green says, let's see, he's here. Hot Toys Nightmare. The Blue Collar Collector. Paul is here. Jonathan. Got Fred. Ronaldo. Team Mitchell. Danny Jara in the house. Hello, Danny. Eric S. From my hotel in Jasper, Alberta on vacation. That's awesome. Thanks for spending some vacation time on our show. That's awesome. Thank you very much.
Cool area too. Enjoy that.
Yeah, no kidding. I've never been to Canada. It's always on my bucket list. I'd like to do a cruise.
Canada's fun.
That's awesome. Marcus K, 1 year anniversary to Brotherhood of the Bat. Thank you very much again for your support, Marcus. Thank you for being a member. We got Emmanuel. If you're a member of the channel, you already know that Emmanuel did a phenomenal tour for us today for Frankenson. So that was really cool. So thank you again, Emmanuel. Let's see. We got Julia in the house. Hey, Julia. Julia's been asking for some art advice. Got a really cool thing. I think she's probably hopefully going to post for us. Very, very cool art that I think you guys are going to like. Really pretty. Let's see. Dennis Perez. Sorry if I'm skipping around. Gotham Cinnabites. Got Paula. Anyway, so as the show goes, guys, if you have a question or a comment, please type it in the chat here. Hopefully, we'll be able to address some of that. I don't really have necessarily an agenda of topics tonight. It's just kind of whatever you guys want to talk about, other than our guests as well. And so then we have a ton of photos to look at. So let's just get right to it. Let's talk about San Diego. So next week, can't believe it's already here, but next Wednesday, a week from tonight, is preview night in San Diego Comic-Con. I will be there. Jeff Delaney from Secret Sanctuary will be there, and I'm planning on being there probably Wednesday, Thursday for sure, maybe Friday. I'm not exactly sure the schedule yet, but it is going to be a really, really great time. And one of the highlights last year for me was being able to, meet so many fellow collectors and film all the booth tours and do all that stuff. But I also got to meet Charles for the very first time, which was really great. And I walked away with an Alex Ross list at that show. So Charles cost me a little bit of money that show. Absolutely 100% worth it, because that was the Batman with gargoyles, which Dan has. Yep. And Eric, do you have that one too? I can't remember.
No, I do not. I've seen it. I really like that one a lot.
Oh, it's absolutely stunning. And I just absolutely love it. I got the oversized one. One of my favorites.
You got the last one. You got the last one. It's sold out.
Yeah, I can't believe I got it, and I just feel very lucky. So anyway, that was definitely a highlight last year of meeting Charles and getting able to hang out with him for a few minutes. I know he's incredibly busy at these shows. But anyway, Charles, if the audience doesn't know you, would you kind of introduce yourself and kind of like what your bag is, baby?
Sure. Charles Carrera. I'm the vice president of sales for a company called Choice Fine Art. We are the proud owner of the DC license now. We also house and purchased the entire Warner Brothers archives. So that includes everything from Batman animated series, Animaniacs, Tiny Toons, Teen Titans, and everything in between. So we're getting that back out to the collectors, like Chris, when you came in the booth last year. We're trying our best to get it out to the collectors to let them know that it's back in action. So we speak daily, if not multiple times daily, with the likes of Jim Lee, Lee Bermejo, and all the other guys in between in the DC world. We are also the worldwide publisher of Marvel Fine Art, and one of the largest distributors for Disney and Star Wars. Anything and everything that could be hung on a wall, I'm your guy. Everybody calls me the art guy now.
He is the art guy, that's for sure. And so you were telling me ahead of time on the show that you were going to have maybe a little bit larger booth this year.
Yeah, this year our booth is going to be a little different layout, a little more conducive for people to walk through. It can get kind of clumped in there, as you and Dan definitely know, and Chris, when you've come to New York Comic-Con, the layout is kind of sort of the same, but this year we're doing a little different. 600 square feet of nothing but unbelievable, beautiful art that a lot of collectors have never seen, and nobody has really seen. The owner of my company, Ari, has gone above and beyond to surf all of his channels to make sure that our display this year is going to literally blow the socks off of anybody that has ever been in our booth before. I kind of, on the statue side, I word it as, and we all know this, if you ever walk through the sideshow booth at any of the major cons, there's so much to look at, but the way that they display it is bar none. And that's what we're presenting this year. The artwork is going to be full display, beautiful, and lots of unbelievable gems, like stuff stuff that belongs in museums, really.
That's awesome. And again, just seeing it on display, being able to see it in person, it's one thing to order it off the website, and you guys have a great website, it's easy to navigate and stuff like that. But to be able to see it in person and be able to really see it under lighting conditions and things like that, it's just it's very, very awesome. I know I've bought 2 pieces from you. I've bought a Jim Lee piece also.
Yep.
I know Dan has bought multiple pieces. Dan, what's it like for you seeing this art in person versus just kind of, on a computer screen?
It's night and day difference. So I know everybody, can't get out to these larger shows or mid-tier shows, just geographically. So, but if you have the opportunity, take the opportunity, because these pieces are something special. And I apologize for the cough drop in my mouth, guys. Got the allergies scratching up my throat.
I hear that. I'm scratchy too.
Yeah,
my wife has been dying.
The Ricola going.
It's so bad this time of year.
Yeah, the artwork is something special in person, and I really think it really changes the overall aesthetic of any collection. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 pieces, I think, that I've collected from Charles. At least 6. 6 are the ones that are coming to mind. But I've got them out in my foyer and everything. But they really, really, really make a statement in the collection. And especially for me, the canvases just, wow, they just glisten. They're just
absolutely
awesome.
And Eric, you were with us last year. Oh, so go ahead, Charles.
No. Just like you had said, Chris and Dan, I remember the first time that you came into our booth and we met for the first time. Yep. And you knew of me, I knew of you. And you flat out said it in the booth. You were like, you can't appreciate a canvas until you've seen it, and hold it, or you're standing, right in front of it. You really can't get it. And, Chris, thank you for the kudos to the website. Ari will be happy to hear that, because Jeff, his right-hand guy, has spent beyond hours perfecting that thing and making it as user-friendly as we could possibly get. And, seeing it just that one dimension on the screen on our website, and then actually seeing it live, I think you all can adjust. Even the paper, because paper, it doesn't really show that well. But when you see it, and you see the way that we print it, because like I've said to you before, we're held to the highest standards on how we print the art. The studios, you got to have the best printers, the best ink, the best everything. So we only use the best of the best. But even the paper, when you see it, it's so crisp. And the canvas, like you said, depending on how we light it and whatnot, it just pops, man. It pops.
It does. And Eric, you were with us in New York, being able to tour that booth. What is it like for you walking in a booth like that? I just think it's always so cool to see all the art on display.
Like Charles said, the same thing with statues. The lighting is so important, especially with the canvas. You add some lighting, and they do a great job in their booth lighting up the canvas, and it's just really spectacular seeing everything in person. Charles and I go way back. I've known Charles for a long time. I think he's my go-to guy. Everything I have in my room, I think I'm up to 7 pieces between DC and Disney. He's my guy to go to. So
man, I gotta catch up.
My wife's my Disney girl.
My wife is all the Disney stuff from Charles, and I get all the DC stuff from Charles. So.
Yep.
So gotta balance it out, right?
I even told him, going back to the first time when I met Charles at New York, their booth was one of my main highlights of visiting New York Comic Con. That was my main priorities was always to go visit that booth, and then Sideshow and stuff like that.
It's awesome.
Thank you, bro.
Lewis says, what's up, crew? Charles, just want to say thank you for the amazing canvas remarked by Lieber Mayo Joker. Incredible. And you rock. So that's a very nice compliment right there.
Thank you very much. Matthew, thank you so much also. I appreciate that. I try to pride myself on the customer service that I provide to fellow collectors, and my heart goes out especially to anybody at the BSC. Chris, Dan, Eric, you guys have gone above and beyond for me, and I can't thank you enough for everything that we have done for each other to help to promote our hobby and promote what we do and how we collect. And I can't thank you enough.
Absolutely.
Chris, one other aspect of this that people might not think about. I, a few years ago, bought Alex Ross's Tango with Evil with Charles. And actually, that was a New York Comic Con purchase. And, great experience, etc. The companion piece to that, that's May I Cut In.
Yes.
The piece is Tango with Evil.
Mm-hmm.
And, it wasn't available. And I asked Charles to keep his eye out for it. if ever one came available, because it's long sold out. I think that was done in what, Charles, like 2003 or something.
Yeah,
long time ago.
02, 03.
Yeah, and I have to tell you, one day, what now, a year and a half, 2 years ago now, you know, Charles called me, said, "Hey, we got one." And not only did he have one, he had the one.
Yeah.
And but so my point is, if there's a piece that Charles doesn't happen to have, he's definitely a guy that you want on your side to hunt it for you. When he says, "I'll keep you in mind and I'll keep my eye out," he really does. So he did that in a big way for me. I've got Tango with Evil #1 from Alex. And not only that, it's been museum quality curated and refurbished.
Yes.
Just an absolutely stunning. People know nothing about collecting or this hobby that come into my home and come in and look at the collection. That piece is one that without exception comment on.
Always. It's really Alex's piece that really, I mean, next to the original 7, Tango with Evil is the piece that really set Alex Ross up for DC. I mean, it was the end all be all, and it sold out like that. My old colleague that used to be a sales rep with Choice, he used to be a Warner Brothers gallery owner and president, and he sold the original paper version of that. He sold like half of the edition in his gallery. Wow. So he was the guy that I talked to for you. And he told me, he's like, "Look, if you ever find a canvas, which you probably never will," he goes, "just buy it because it'll always sell." And of course, as soon as I found it, I was like, "Oh, I've got to buy this for Dan. We've got to get it."
Absolutely. Again, I just want to give a shout out to Matt Martin, the $9.99 super chat. Thank you so very much. And again, you know, Charles, one of the nicest guys I've ever met. You know, he will break his back to find something, like Dan said. Just very, very cool experience. And it's just, again, so neat to see the art and to be able to take it home with you. I mean, I know sometimes it could be, you know, it is a higher end purchase at times, but there's a lot of great options you have as well. You know, it doesn't have to be the $2,000, you know, giant canvas. There's a lot of different options. And so it's just very, very exciting. We have another super chat here, $10 from Jimmy G. Hello, friends. I personally vouch for Charles when purchasing art. I have purchased several Alex Ross pieces from him and has always taken care of me. So again, just another, you know, shining example of, you know, Choice Fine Art and Charles and crew there. So again, thank you very much, Jimmy, for the super chat as well. So again, thank you. And also Matt Martin, again, thank you very much.
Thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate that, brother.
And I feel bad because like last year in New York, I bought an Alex Ross from Alex Ross, but it was, but you know, it was the one with the purple border. You know, it's like I had to get it. So hopefully this time I'll get another one from you. We'll see.
Chris, we both cheated on Charles.
Yes, you did, and I felt violated.
You did it because you bought from Charles at New York.
Yes, because he blamed you.
He did blame me.
You.
He did. I know.
Yeah,
there was no enabling going on.
I think we should put Charles on the spot for if this particular Alex Ross piece might be in the works.
Oh, I'm hoping. I'm fingers crossed. I know exactly what you're going to talk about here.
Neil Adams?
This is the one that me and Dan are hoping for.
This is Alex's homage to Neil Adams.
Yep.
And it's the recent Batman 135.
Okay.
And the colors are awesome on this piece. And so Chris's question and mine, and I think Eric, you mentioned you like this piece as well, or this artwork. Is there a canvas in the plan for this?
I haven't heard anything as of yet, but I can most definitely talk to Michelle when I get to San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Because she actually used to work for Choice Fine Art before she went over.
Is that right?
Yeah, she worked for Ari for years, and then you know, she just decided to move on, and now she's like the head person over there at Alex and the one she's pushing him into the next thing.
She's the one that helped me in New York. She was fantastic.
So she rung me up too. She's the one that rung me up.
So. No, Michelle she's amazing, and we have tremendous history. That's Batman what?
135. It's the recent. He did an homage to Neil Adams, and I can't remember that book. But yeah, it's the recent 135.
Right. Okay. I will. I'll look into it, and I'll report back to you. I mean, Chris, you could probably talk to her too, but I'll probably see her before any of you guys, because we'll be. I get there. Perry and I land on Monday, and we go in there. We get our badges and signed for our freight and whatnot. It's a whole nother. If you guys ever wanted to get the inside track, come see what our S show looks like before it's all set up.
I know. I've always wanted to like help set up one of those things. I think it'd be fun to help set up.
Well, it's actually because where our booth is, as you guys know, right next to us is Fox, and then right across the hall is Nickelodeon, and they have these enormous displays. So it's like, guys, could we get in our booth so I can hang some walls?
Yeah. Well, that cover is just, I think it's going to be a big seller because it just has that great yellow and blue. It's just, I mean, it's just, I think it's going to draw even more people. Like obviously Dan got the purple one last year, which is fantastic. But I just feel like this one's going to be even more popular, especially that it's an homage to Neil Adams.
Of course.
Charles, the significance of Batman 135 is that from a legacy standpoint, overall, it's Batman 900.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
That's awesome.
I'll look into it.
Cool.
So you were talking about the booths. So obviously the big news this year, as I'm sure you have heard, is just a ton of cancellations of the big giant booths. Sideshow being one of them, Tweeterhead in the statue world, but also just big licenses. There's not going to be presentations at Hall H. And so a lot of people have taken that as kind of a positive, saying, well, maybe more comic book stuff's going to come in or be like it used to be, because it's become very industry oriented. And, because a lot of the other regional cons, it's mostly like celebrities. That's kind of the big draw and different things. But Comic-Con is more about the industry and there's the big art component as well. What have you heard about it as a distributor, as a exhibitor? What have you heard on your side about, like, is there going to be, are people taking those spots, or is it going to be still as busy, or is there going to be more room, or is it still going to be just as crammed?
When I'm going to be totally honest with you, as soon as I saw your post, Chris, that Sideshow was backing out, I immediately, I sent a text message to Ari, and I'm like, listen, I just heard this through the grapevine. Reach out to our guy, because the promoter of San Diego Comic-Con and Ari go back to its infancy when it first. We've been doing San Diego Comic-Con since it started, and the producer of it and Ari are very, very good friends. So I said, listen, reach out to Justin. If we could get Sideshow's booth, we'll take it because we could fill it.
Yeah.
And by the time Ari had gotten into Justin's ear, he had already subletted that entire booth out. So to answer your question, yes, you're going to see a lot more of the vendors, smaller vendors. So it could be a benefit to us statue collectors and maybe figure collectors that are looking for filling those holes in their collections, that there'll be more opportunity to purchase things, because we all see the comic dealers and all that stuff at all of these cons. Now, I think this year we're going to have a better opportunity to fill some gaps and get those pieces that maybe we've been looking for a while, because these small fry guys haven't had an opportunity to display at a con because there was no space, and now they have the space. Yep. So it could be good.
Yeah, I think that's really exciting. I'm just curious because, again, there's been a lot of buzz about like maybe more comic books and kind of giving it, because that's where it started. It's like the comic art is where it started. And so I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what all is there. And I feel like last year, man, I worked my butt off. I did not stop. I did not eat. I lost like 6 pounds. I didn't eat. I didn't hardly drink any water, other than the one meal we went to with Delaney, that was, and his son. Like that was about it for me. But I feel like I missed, even though I did all that, I still missed a million things. Like I probably saw like 5% of the show, and so I'm hoping this year that I'm going to try to film as much as I can, and then just kind of walk around and try to enjoy myself, and really
have
see
some fun this year, man. Have some fun.
And I think last year especially, and all these guys warned me, how overwhelming it was going to be being the first time and just trying to get your bearings, and holy crap, it is an experience.
It's a lot.
Yep. It is. It is a lot. It is a lot. I mean, when you experience it for the first time, like when my very first con with Choice, and I wasn't even hired yet. Ari and I hadn't even signed a contract. He's like, why don't you come to New York Comic Con, come to the booth, work the booth with us, see what the industry is about, see what we do, and see if this is really something you want to do. Second one, excuse me, when those doors opened and I saw all of our fellow collectors just berating and coming in, and I'm talking to them about statues and art and this, and I'm like, I got to do this. This is what I got to do.
That's awesome. So I have a question just for me, because I'm going to get an exhibitor pass.
Mm-hmm.
What time can I come in? Is it an hour before the show opens, or how early can you get in?
You can come in at any time you want.
Really?
With an exhibitor pass, you have full access to come in whenever you. I think the doors open probably. Well, preview night, I think they probably open at about. Well, it opens at 5. I think you can come in around like 3-ish or 4-ish, somewhere around there. But all the other days, I mean, you can come in with me if you wanted to, and we usually get there around like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Okay. Well, I don't know what time my flight gets in, but I want to get there as quick as I can. And last year I arrived and I didn't even know that it wasn't even open yet, but I had an exhibiber pass. So they're like, just come on in. And I was walking around like, this is great. There's not anybody here. And so, but we couldn't film. Like I hung out at the Sideshow booth for like an hour, but we couldn't film until it officially opened.
Right.
So I was like, but it was just cool to like hang out and kind of watch the process of people scrambling to still try to get ready before the doors open. So it is an interesting process.
All the freaks run into the pop booth to get the exclusive. That always killed me.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that's the thing that stinks, is doesn't let the everyday collector get stuff, but
yep,
it is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
So one big thing that I am very, very pumped about, and you mentioned it earlier, is Lee freaking Bermejo is leaving Paris. He's coming to the United States. He's coming to San Diego Comic-Con. And my main goal, obviously, well, I haven't told you this, but I've spent a lot of money on getting 2 commissions.
Okay.
From Jock and David Finch.
Oh.
So that tells you I'm going to spend some money right there.
Oh yeah. Well, I told that Finch is my next go-to. I actually brought Bermejo to Choice, and I learned it from you guys because I started with Choice and we were Marvel. So I've always been a Batman guy. He's always been my guy. But on the Marvel side, that's what I was selling, and I didn't really know all the artists. So between the 3 of you guys learning who's the hot guy and seeing Bermejo, and I mean, obviously the Bermejo Joker is my pride and joy in my collection. It's 27 years of collecting statues. It's by far the best statue I have ever owned, and that's my opinion. But when we brought him on and we did our first publication and we produced his first 4 pieces for Choice, off the shelves, everybody loved it, and it's going haywire. But I owe that to you guys, and I owe a big thank you to you for that, because I wouldn't have known Lee Bermejo from Stan Lee, and it was great. But this year's going to be really cool, but I'm sure you're going to introduce my big news when we get to it.
Absolutely. Well, again, Lee Bermejo's coming. Very, very excited. I've never met him, so that's going to be a giant, just even if I could have a few minutes to talk to him, like that would be incredible. I know it's going to be really busy, and I don't know, like the only thing I've seen schedule-wise for him is a Friday schedule, so I don't know if he's there the whole time. I think he is.
Yes.
And he's doing a signing with you guys.
He's going to be in our booth. We're mixing between us and I think it's Boom.
Boom. Yeah. Boom's hosting him.
Yeah. So Boom is hosting him, and we are co-producing him. So he'll be going between both booths. And the beautiful thing that we're doing this year, and Chris, I had shared the image with you. We are going to have a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
Can I show it? Can I show it?
Absolutely, please do. That's why I'm here.
Here it is.
There it is. That is you guys and the BSC are the first people to actually see it. This is going to be a mini canvas. I think it's like 18 by 12 or 13. And Lee is going to be signing those in our booth. Okay. There is no upcharge. I am saying it again. There is no upcharge for his signature. The price of the piece is going to be $150 flat, and it's going to be signed by him. You could take a picture with him. The only thing that he asked us, and obviously I'm sure everybody can understand, is he is only going to be signing that. He's not going to be doing any sketches. He's not going to be doing any remarks, nothing like that. He's going to be doing a private signing and remarking for us so he can finish our editions, but that's going to be at the hotel. But this is going to be the exclusive for San Diego Comic-Con. We went with Wonder Woman because, quite honestly, and I know, Dan, this one's burning you, buddy. I have yours, Dan. Don't worry. When you see it, I'll see you at Boston, you'll see the gold standard.
All right.
But yeah, so the Wonder Woman, I'm telling all collectors, when you come to our booth, when you see the full size print, which is 30 by 20, she is almost sold out. And we released her, as Chris showed, last year. So in not even a year, the Wonder Woman is almost sold out. So obviously we went with her. I mean, look at her. It's a stunning, stunning piece. It's a low cost to have a beautiful piece of art, and it's also signed by him. And again, no upcharge for his signature. It's $150 flat.
That's awesome.
Really awesome. And what size did you say this was? You said mini canvas.
I believe it's going to be, I think it's 18 by either 12 or 13, something like that.
All right, so that's not too many. Like that's I was thinking even smaller, but like that's
yeah, no, it goes along with our Marvel Mighty Mini line that we used to do, and it's going to be limited to it's going to be 123 pieces because we always do it the year of the show. So obviously 2023, it's going to be 123 pieces, and that's it. It will sell out.
That's awesome. Do you know what time that's going to be where he's going to be signing those?
I don't have a concrete yet. What I'll do, Chris, is I will get with Jeff, who is Ari's right-hand guy. He was working on finalizing Lee's schedule, especially with Boom, because they have their own thing. But once I get it, I will release it to you. And if you want to release it to the BSC,
yeah,
you have carte blanche with it. I appreciate you guys allowing me to do the reveal. I'm glad that I was able to bring a nice DC piece for the BSC to release it. And I told Chris I was going to have a special one for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, yeah, hit me up, and then I would like to be there to film it. I think that'd be really cool to film him signing them and see the line and
absolutely
help promote the booth that way too.
Yep. No, absolutely. I mean, even if you're not, I mean, obviously, Chris, Dan, Eric, if you guys come into the booth and even if you're not buying the piece, I mean, I know you had him on the show a long time ago, but if you wanted to just say hello, come in, meet him, whatever, I got you.
Absolutely. And you said that he's going to be he's going to be signing and remarking his previous commitment, and that is those 4 pieces that you were mentioning.
The 4, because when we publish a piece, we only print half of it. Okay. And that's us, that's Disney, that's anybody that's a publisher, because you don't want to put the cart before the horse. You got to kind of test the waters. And like I said, his artwork just sells. I mean, look how genius it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he Tuesday before the show actually starts, he's coming to the hotel. He's going to sign and remark the remainder of all 4 of the original pieces that we published, and they're going to be available at the con, the full size, and then obviously the exclusive.
All right, I want to talk to you off air. I might want to get one of those.
Absolutely, not a problem.
Okay,
that's going to be.
I know. I got you, Dan. Eric, I got you too. Don't worry.
We already spoke about it.
Yeah, I was going to say if I can get one of those from the hotel, that'd be pretty great.
You got it.
I just got to figure out which one I want, either the Batman or the Joker. I'm not sure which one yet.
Both. I mean, well, you have the 2 Batmans. You got the Arkham, and then you have the Batman 1000, which is really his history of Batman. So it's kind of an homage piece. I like that one because I'm more of a historical guy, but the Arkham piece is just stupid. I mean, and it goes so well with your statue, that Prime 1 statue.
Yeah.
It's made for it, you know.
No. Maybe I need two because I really want the Joker too. I love the Joker. His Joker is one of my favorites. So it's I don't know. I got some thinking to do.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk. I'll hit you up after the show. So
Absolutely,
for sure. So again, tell everybody your booth number if you know it.
It's excuse me, 4219. We are literally right next to Fox, and we are across the hall or across the aisle from Nickelodeon. You can't miss us. As soon as you walk in the door, our booth is like the largest booth after the first. You remember where Tweeterhead used to be? Like he kind of was tucked in to the left right there by the door. So just come down that aisle, maybe about 20 steps, and we're right there on the left.
You're on the left. I remember you were on the left side there. So as you're coming in, look left, and you were kind of on that main aisle.
Yes.
So they won't be hard to find. Obviously, though, once you see Jim Lee Art or Alex Ross or whoever, you guys you're gonna figure it out real quick because you're really the only booth quite like yours. I mean, other than the Alex Ross booth himself.
Yep.
Which he always has this giant white. This white booth, and they used to have. I heard they used to have white carpet and everything. That was in there.
Oh yeah. They were the first to actually go that route. I mean, we used to have like spongy floor to help us with the feet because standing on your feet for 12 hours kind of hurts. I give the Asics or the New Balance a nice workout, and but yeah, I mean, that's Alex. He basically created the genre of the humanesque art, and he wanted it to be like a very comforting type thing. He was one of the first people that had like a room that you can go in and talk to your sales rep and conduct business and whatnot with a door closed and the whole thing.
It's awesome. I would love him to be at the show one time. I don't think he does the shows anymore, but I guess
he doesn't. He won't. The only time that he ever comes out is to do a book signing, and that's when he comes out with a new book and he does his tour. Yeah. But all my clients, they ask me, they're like, well, Charles, I bought this piece. What's the possibility of you getting it signed by, Alex? And I'm like, you have a better shot of getting it signed by Alex than I do.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that event. I can't wait. I can't believe it's a week away. And I do want to plug one thing. And we haven't really announced the date or time yet, but this is the first time we're doing it. We are having a Rogues Gallery live meetup. We are going to be doing that on Thursday, July 20th at 11:30. We're not exactly sure where because we can't figure out if there's any really good place to just kind of meet up. And also we know that security probably doesn't like a big crowd. And we don't know how many people will show up. I think we had about 30 people come in New York, which was really awesome. And so I will be there. Jeff Delaney will be there from Secret Sanctuary, and we're just going to be there to hang out for 20 minutes or whatever, and just hang out and say hi and take some pictures if anybody wants to come over and say hi. But we'll announce an actual spot within the groups and on Facebook as soon as we can figure it out. But that's the initial plan right now. We're going to do a meetup Thursday, July 20th at 11:30. We picked that time. We thought that would be a fairly good time to kind of get some stuff done in the morning. And then we got a bunch of Jim Lee panels and stuff in the afternoon. So that we didn't want to miss. So anyway, that's the first announcement. Again, I'll continue to post those in the group and other places. But if you are in the area and at the, visiting Charles at the booth and are done over there, come on over and we'll take some photos or something. I'd love to meet you guys. Again, that was so much fun in New York with Dan and Eric to be able to do that. And I don't know, it was awesome.
I'll try to pop out myself at least to say hello to everybody.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be really cool. And I'll let you guys know where it's going to be. So
please do.
Anything else you guys want to ask Charles while we have him here that you were wondering about the con?
I don't know. I think
I saw the chat.
What, Eric?
You talking about us or in the chat?
No, you guys.
Oh, us. I mean, I'm not going to be there, so it kind of sucks. But yeah, guys, have fun.
Jimmy Gallegos, you better come to the booth and at least say hello, buddy. I know you're going to be spending money.
Absolutely. Hopefully Jimmy will do the meetup as well. We'd love to meet you there. It'd be a lot of fun. But But yeah, definitely. That's the thing is if you're going to go to these events, you got to bring your wallet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can I actually
I don't
ask
know.
a question about the Wonder Woman? Is that going to be like the ones where you have it stretched on the canvas, where it's like a little bit thicker looking?
Yeah, it's a oh God, I'm blanking on the term. Jesus. It's going to be stretched. Thank you.
Okay.
It's going to be stretched on board, on wood. I mean, and comes in a box and the whole thing. But obviously,
It's the one. It wraps though around the side though, right?
Yes, it wraps around the side. You see the whole canvas. Yes.
Okay.
And I mean, it's a smaller box, but if anybody needs to, if you do purchase one and you don't feel like walking around, and that goes for any art that you buy from me. The last thing I'm going to do is have you guys walking around freaking San Diego Comic-Con with a 30 by 20 canvas. If you buy something and you need to keep it at the booth until you're going to leave, we have a storage area in the back. I most definitely will put your name on it. Go have fun. Comic-Con is meant to have fun, not to be worried about anything. So the last thing I want you to be worried about is, oh my God, I don't want anybody to bump into my canvas with their backpack.
Well, every single year, and I think all of you guys can attest to this. Every single year I go to these conventions, and I would get one of those big flat plastic things for art, right?
Yep.
And they have booths set up all over the place, and they have tubes and stuff. And so every year, so then when in New York, Eric had this tube. I'm like, I just freaking need a tube. And so I bought this giant one, and Eric and I ended up trading. He had a shorter one, and because I'm trying to figure out how to get it on the plane and all this stuff. And so he's like, he didn't have to worry about it because he was local. And so we traded. And so now I'm like, okay, now I'll never need one of those damn plastic sleeves again. I've bought like 7 more of them because every time I go, it's like I bought that original art from Javier in Dallas, and Big Dave was like, you can't roll that. Don't roll that. He's like, so we went and got another one of those little sleeves.
Yep.
In San Diego, you have those giant backpacks you can wear on your back. Those. Like I don't want to mess with any of that. I know I'm going to have to, but I hate having to worry about the art, but
we usually as a vendor, we get a stack of those backpacks. If anybody needs them, we usually take like a good stack of them. If you need one, just come to the booth. I'll give you one. And damn it, Chris, if you need a freaking tube, just come to my booth. I got 3 freaking lockups in New Jersey of nothing but tubes.
All right, yeah, that's a deal then, because I have, I like I said, I've spent some money. I'm probably going to need to secure them as much as possible. I ship you
your stuff anyway.
Do what?
I ship you your stuff anyway.
That's true. That's right.
Like I said, I love watching the unboxings of Dan and you and Eric when you guys open up my packaging. And you all say the same thing. You're like, damn, Charles, how much bubble wrap are you using?
Well, the great thing about it is there's always more to pack CGCs and everything else. I got this stuff laying everywhere around here.
Oh yeah, between that and peanuts and tubes and air pillows, just come up, Eric. Come to the store. Come to my office. I'll give you whatever the hell you need.
Jim Richard says, Charles, just a thought, but something about could you QR code your pieces so those who don't want to carry anything out of the convention can just shop after the fact? I don't know if you have a QR code at the booth, like maybe just a general QR code to the website. It doesn't have to be a specific item.
It's a poster that we put on the walls, and it's a be on the in or be in the in crowd, something like that. And when you scan that QR code, it takes you to not only our website, but you could go to our Twitter, our Instagram, any of Facebook, any of our social media.
And guys, I will be filming a booth tour. Hopefully Charles will do that with us again, where you'll kind of guide us around like we did last year. And I will try to just get a close up of that and see it, because I don't know if people could scan it through YouTube or not, but it's worth a shot. And then that way people could scan it directly from there, and we'll give it a shot and see if, direct some sales that way to you guys as well. So
thank you.
That'd be really cool. So, so anything else you guys want to talk about with that stuff, or you want to move on to some other statue talk?
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
I'm down for statue talk.
All right. So, you guys, first of all, you guys have anything coming in soon? I got the Batman Triumphant from Prime One Studio. I got the shipping notification for that. I also have my Solomon Grundy shipping, which that's something I'm not going to be reviewing for the channel, but it is something that's coming. What else? Anything else? I think that might be it. I did get a delay notice from Joker Say Cheese, which I'm getting from Sideshow. It is apparently shipping now from Prime One, but that means it'll be here 3 months or so. So I think those are the three on my list. You guys have anything coming in your neck of the woods?
I just got a piece today.
All right, that's exciting.
Continuing on my my Gentle Giant Star Wars display. I just picked that bad boy up.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
Is that the bust?
Yeah, it's the bust.
That'd be really cool to meet him and sign the bottom. That'd be really
yeah.
neat.
And it actually he can even initial it. They give you a good enough space. So, but yeah, I don't necessarily love Gentle Giant's faces, but I think they did a halfway decent job with this one.
Say it's hit or miss with them, but it's like, especially if they have like a helmet or something, they're really
Oh
great.
yeah, that aspect and what they're doing. I mean, obviously, like I said to you guys before, the owners of Diamond, they've been longtime clients of choice.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was going to say they're having a booth this year.
Yeah, they got a couple exclusives that that's going to be my first stop because the two guys that work there, they give me a good little discount. So I normally walk out of there like you said, Chris. I've got my 2 bags. And I give them to my guy, and he take my colleague who works at our Los Angeles office, and I'm like, dude, you got to ship these to me because I got like 2 bags full of this garbage.
Yep. So my goal is in my collection. I've been really lucky enough to have artists sign my statues, or at least a piece of them. I've got 2 Jim Lee signatures on my Batman Hush and my Hush Ivy. I've got David Finch, a piece of wood for the Batman versus Bane. I've got the Jason Fabok bat signed back here. And so I'm trying to figure out what I could get Bermejo to sign. And I'm really having trouble with these statues because I've got 3. So like I've got this. This is an option. It's that, that's like, can I get this through the airport? I'm not sure. And it's like I think it's sign up the top, or like the Joker has those little headstands.
Yes.
I thought about doing that, or even I've got the Catwoman. Sorry, the mess down here. But I've got the Bermejo Catwoman and that bag on her back. I thought maybe that'd be kind of cool to have him sign the back of that.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I don't know what the airport will take. I worried about that last year in New York because there was a lot of weapons and stuff. I'm like, I didn't know if they would it's like polystone, but I didn't know if they would flag it. So I don't know. I'm kind of thinking maybe the Joker headstand might be kind of cool. What do you guys think? I don't know. I don't know what to do, but I really want him to sign something.
I think that base that you picked up would be a good option because it's a decent size, and having him sign it on that flat part on the top, I think that would be pretty cool. That's my opinion. Oh, look at that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I thought about that too, but then if you sign the back, you don't get to see the playing cards, the front of the playing cards. Or would you just have it flipped backwards and have him sign the cards like that?
Personally, I'd have him sign this.
And then would you display it that way?
I'd display it that way.
Yeah.
Well, that would certainly be easier.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you ever change your mind, you could just flip it around.
Exactly. You can change it around. Exactly.
It's like, I'll always know it's back there.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm going one even more out there, Chris, because if you remember my fiasco with Prime One and my Bermejo Joker. Yep. So when I had that issue with my base, I actually finally got my replacement base. And before I had to damage and break the other one, I peeled off that plastic bottom cover.
Yep.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I have that cover that I'm going to have him sign that. And I'll probably try to display it somehow behind the statue.
That's
and just
awesome.
have that above him.
How hard was it to get that off?
It wasn't really that hard. Here, hold on.
Now I'm thinking like, should I do that to mine?
Was he talking about like the plate on the bottom, like the adhesive sticker thing?
Yeah.
I thought about even like having him like sign the neck of the Batman, or I just don't know if it'd be dumb or not. But
That's not my thing.
I really want.
Oh,
Well, there you go.
Surprised that came
Oh,
up.
that is really cool, actually.
That's cool.
It came right off.
Wow.
So
That's
that's
cool.
what I'm asking, and then I'm gonna get one of those like 11 by 17, acrylic things, and I just gotta find a way that I'm gonna display. I'll probably display it underneath my Bowen T-shirt.
Oh, is it floppy or is it? I thought those were solid.
No,
Even roll it
no,
up.
it's it's like plastic, but
Yeah.
It's
it's flimsy.
vinyl or something.
That's
Yeah,
really
it's
cool.
like a vinyl.
That's cool. That's really gonna look cool with the signature on it.
Yep. So that's what I'm bringing. I gotta keep this out because I won't put it in my suitcase.
That's awesome. Well, so anyway, that's the stuff that I have in. Obviously, Charles got something new in. Dan or Eric, do you guys have anything coming?
Not statue wise. I've been just getting a lot of like books in and art prints. I'm trying to prepare for Finch, trying to get some stuff done by him if possible. Dan, I got to talk to you about that.
Yeah, I'm going down. I talked to Billy, by the way.
Okay. Are you getting something done by Finch? Because that's the thing. I think he'll only probably do one person. So if not, I'll hand it off to. I have a few other people. Oh, you spoke to Billy? All right.
Yeah, I spoke to Billy, but we can talk after.
Yeah, I want to know what you're talking about. We can talk off air. I just want to know what you guys are doing.
You heard it already.
Sorry, Eric. Go ahead. You were talking about the book.
Oh no, yeah, yeah, just a lot of art stuff. And I told you guys, I don't know if we're still discussing those types of things on the show, but purchased another custom this week, or actually yesterday. So I think that's supposed to ship in a month or two, maybe in a few months.
Oh wow, that's fast.
Yeah, I think they're in up to paint, at the process of being painted. So.
And Dan, you don't have anything notification for your Jim Lee Batman yet?
No, for neither one. I've got both of the Batman statues, the art edition, the Jim Lee version, as well as the patents, and I don't have. And honestly, I'm just not holding my breath. When they come, they come. So I've got other ones too that we haven't heard anything. It's been crickets on Robin King.
Yeah.
Which I'm really looking forward to that. But again, not holding my breath. Joker White Knight, that should have shipped a long time ago in my mind. I don't know where that one is.
Do you feel like XM's like been incredibly quiet in general?
Incredibly quiet across the board.
It's like, weird. It's very strange.
Yeah.
Even like, so like I had to ask about my Samurai Scarecrow. I had my contact, and I said, is this, I've seen it. They did that out of the box video, but like nobody got it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nobody's posting any photos or anything. I'm like, is it ready to ship? And then within a few days, they shipped it to me.
Yeah.
But I have not seen anybody else with one. I've not seen any other reviews or anything. It's like, what is going on? Like, there's just nothing.
Nothing. It's just absolute crickets across the board for anything coming out of them. So I don't know what that is. And then I'm looking here. Oh, so I've got that custom punchline that, according to the contact there, that will likely ship in August. And that's about it. I've got 9 pre-orders, but nothing that's just other than punchline. She's the closest, I think.
Well, I think the biggest issue that I've experienced lately is when it concerns, especially Prime One, because I've ordered directly from Prime One most of the time, not all of them. But since the website's gone live, their prices for their shipping has doubled. Yeah. I think we talked about it a little bit on the show the other day when you joined me, Dan, for that live show. But like I got a quote for the Batman Triumphant, and again, Batman Triumphant is a tower and Batman squatted on top. Mm-hmm. It is a fabric cape, and it's $560. And that's the economy shipping. So, it was 800, 900 some for the quicker shipping. I know I've like put like the Batman versus Joker diorama in my cart, and the economy is like over $1,000 for shipping.
How many boxes on that Triumphant? Is it one? Or?
I would assume one. I don't know why. I mean, it's literally just Batman crouched on the tower. I can't imagine it being more than one box. I mean, if it's 2 boxes, that would make a little bit more sense. Maybe
one massive box. I don't know.
But and maybe they're trying to do smaller boxes so it's cheap. I don't know. I can't figure it out, but like everybody else is doing it cheaper.
I mean, that tower is pretty big. I think it was like 42 inches tall or something like that.
And I mentioned this too the other day. It's like Prime One has been phenomenal, and they will say things like, it's the consumer isn't wanting as much DC. But at the same time, I don't think it's necessarily that. I think it is that the pricing and the shipping has just gotten so stupid that we're to a point where everybody's just not buying because, I mean, like Dan, you had the Joker suit, Batman.
Yep.
But once you did the math, you're like, it's going to be an over $2,000 statue.
Yep.
And so guess what? Canceled.
Yep.
Like, what do you think's going on there? Like, do you think it's just, I mean, I can't imagine it being good for business.
I think collectors probably don't often see it. This is at least my perspective. The U.S. is not their primary market.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We're just not.
And honestly, I'd be willing to bet that we're not even close to their primary market, and I think they're just not, they're not giving any in terms of what they need to make for money per statue. There's just they're not willing to give. They're like, oh, we don't care if we only sell 150 pieces or whatever. And if you don't like the shipping, that's okay. Move along. They're selling everything. The bulk of their business is Asia.
Well, and again, having conversations with their creative director, he flat out told me, he's like, they did one anime piece, and I can't remember which one it was. And I think I maybe told you guys this, that one piece has outsold every single DC piece they've ever done.
Oh yeah.
That one piece.
Yeah.
And
has outsold. I mean, that's nuts.
Yeah. It's like a $3,000, like a $4,000 statue too, or something.
And that's just crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, you know what it is? It's what we've been hearing for years from like the European collectors, because when we would purchase from Sideshow and get these cheap shipping prices, and then the European collectors would be like, "Oh, you guys are crying over $100 shipping." When we order something from Sideshow, we're paying like $500 to get it over here. And that was even before the pandemic and all that. So I guess it's not happening.
But we're hearing that theirs are even worse now too. Like, what if it was $300 shipping before? Now it's doubled on their end too.
Well, I think you guys said on the show they might be upcharging on the shipping, trying to recoup some money or something.
It's very possible.
They are, because I could tell you, most recently I sent a canvas to, I believe it was either Germany or Spain, and it was a 30 by 20. And I mean, obviously we get a discount from FedEx because we get a corporate account. But I mean, that cost me, after I boxed it, it was triple boxed and everything. I want to say that cost was about $180 or something like that.
Yeah.
But again, that's our price. Normal, it would probably be like $250, $300.
Yeah.
I mean, the shipping rates. Look, the shipping companies. We as collectors, we've talked about this, and you guys have had many a show about it. They're going to keep juicing us as long as they can, and as long as fuel costs are what they are, I personally agree with Eric. I think they're upcharging the shipping fee to make a little bit out of it. But when you're talking about a Prime One or an XM or whatever, how they box their stuff, I mean, it's ironclad. When it shows up to our house, I mean, they can Ace Ventura that as much as they want. And nothing's going to happen to it.
Yep.
It's just it's frustrating because I feel like they are shooting themselves in the foot, because it's you want to keep selling this stuff, but like Dan said, it's like I don't think we're the priority anymore. It's just we're just not. Where they could ship it in. It's like people, I promote Pirate Ship. I use Pirate Ship all the time, and it's like, it uses UPS rates, but it's half the price of if you take it to the UPS store. And I don't know, how they do that. If they just have like I always assume Sideshow just had this major account where they got, cheaper shipping, and that's how they were able to ship so cheaply compared to somebody else. And I assume that's what Pirate Ship has. But it's like, when people see that and they're like, hey, I can ship this box across the world for a quarter of what you're charging.
Right.
Now people are like, well, screw you. I'm not going to buy from you now. And I don't know. It's just crazy to me.
It's kind of, it's something that we've had to digest for some time now. And it's just, how much higher are they going to go?
My Racklin Edge says my Joker bat suit is $632 standard shipping. So again, you're looking at an over $2,000 statue.
Yeah.
Gonzalo says, hi guys, keep in mind the whole UPS deal possibly going to strike in August, possibly going to land, affecting our pricing. So yeah, we mentioned that too. It's like that's very scary, because if it's only going to get way, way worse if UPS, because guess what everybody else is going to do? Jack up their prices. So it's going to be, is that something, do you guys use UPS?
We use FedEx.
Okay. So you're probably not quite as worried.
No, we have to use FedEx because of the insurance that comes with it. That's part of our deal. But speaking on the company side, we're always negotiating our rates, and we always go to them. And UPS would love to have my business, but we just can't. Number one, they can't compete with the rate of FedEx, but they also can't do anything for us on the insurance. Now, if I'm sending just a Jim Lee print, granted, we're talking $1,000 canvas. Okay. Not cheap, but on the other flip side, if we sell a Warhol and it's a $250,000 piece of art, it's got to go, FedEx overnight because of that insurance.
Crazy.
Yeah. And you don't want to know a piece that's $250,000. You don't want to know what they charge us.
Do you actually sell Warhols?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Fail the Collector says, what's up, collectors? Glad to see Charles. Has a massive collection. Great company to buy prints. Another ringing endorsement from a great guy in the community. So, again, it's always nice to see.
Thank you very much.
Batman Tactical Throne for the deluxe version is $815 fast shipping, $500 economy. So that's surprising to me.
Yeah. That
it's not more actually for the economy, because that's a really big piece. I would assume that'll be multiple boxes, unless you get the there is that economy version, which is just the chair in Batman. So that one might not be too bad. I'm pretty well done with statues due to the continuous increase in shipping and duties. XM Spidey transformation shall be my last. For now, I am focusing more on stuff like CGCs and art prints. That's the great thing about this hobby, is that there's a lot of nerdy fun stuff to collect. And unfortunately, me included, we go down these rabbit holes. Like, again, I've been going down the original art rabbit hole, and I have a Neil Adams, I've got a Jim Lee now, I've got a Mark Silvestri, I've got a Tim Sale, I've got an Sean Murphy, and I'm going to get the Finch and the Jock, and another one named Ryan Benjamin. And so that's a whole nother rabbit hole. But that's the great thing, is that there are price points for everybody. Whether you visit Choice Fine Art, and again, like I mentioned earlier, there's going to be a lot of different options for you. There's a lot of different options for statues. The 10th scale stuff or the quarter scale stuff is a lot more affordable than a $2,000 giant statue or a $4,000 silicone bust. But it is nice that there are other options out there, and CGCs are a lot of fun to collect. Do you collect those, Charles? Have you ever gone down that rabbit hole?
Well, what I've been doing now, in how I've kind of pivoted my statue collecting, is going back to my original roots of 27 years ago. I'm pairing the Bowen bust with the first appearance of the comic, and my most recent one at the Philly show was this bad boy. This was a special present to myself.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Very cool. What year is that?
66.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the guy across from us, he had an unbelievable comic display, and this freaking book was staring at me the whole show. And I'm like, I needed something to pair with the Sideshow Galactus bust. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go for it. I'm not even going to tell you what I spent on this thing.
Yeah, we don't talk about prices here on the show.
Oh, I got it for nothing. Honey, I had that one. Don't worry about it.
That's right. Absolutely. Bat Forest Hunter says, what's your favorite art, guys? Favorite artist? Do you want to go around? Like favorite couple? I know it's hard to pick your favorite, but maybe a couple favorites.
I mean, for me, you're hard pressed to go away from Alex Ross. I mean, he's one of the originators. But now what I'm selling, I mean, Jim Lee art and seeing it on canvas and being able to sell that, you have the name with an unbelievable image, and we all know how unbelievable his art is. Those two are really tops in my realm right now.
Dan?
You're on mute.
Oh, I was thinking.
I thought he was thinking too. I thought he was just like in really deep thought.
No,
like,
I had the coffee button on. The coffee. I'd say, you know, Alex is definitely up there for me. Alex Ross, Jim Lee, and boy, the third one's going to be, that's a tough one. In terms of who does Batman the best, I mean, Fabok has to be somewhere at the top of the list. Bermejo, depending on my mood. You know, the third one kind of depends on my mood. I love Bill Sienkiewicz's work is unbelievable.
He's very talented.
Yeah, I love his work. I love Ben Oliver's work. You know, so it's kind of the third place probably depends. But in a fire, I'm taking Jim Lee and Alex Ross out the door with me. No question.
I'm gonna pause this conversation just for a little bit because we are now joined by Mr. Jay Sia from Legendary Beat Studio. How's it going, Jay?
Hey guys.
Hey Jay.
How are you doing,
what time
sir?
is it there? I'm okay. I just today is 9 a.m. Yeah.
Well, thank you so very much for being up early and being with us on the show. The first time on the show. It's nice to meet you, sir.
Likewise here, guys. What's WM?
Yeah, Jay. My name is Dan. It's a real pleasure to meet you, man. You're doing great things.
Likewise, Dan.
Thank
Charles. Yeah, hi, Charles.
How are you,
and,
sir?
Eric.
Hey,
I'm enjoying the discussion. When I was driving going to my shop, I was enjoying the discussion, but I just can't keep up. I'm worried more on the connection. Yeah. So thank you for having me in your show. This is my first time here. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So what are we going to discuss? Well, the ToyCon just been like a few days ago. So it's been a hectic day for me. All the viewers here in your show. Hi guys, everyone. I hope you're enjoying the discussion now. Well, anyway, today I'm going to show you the Superman and Batman more on with all the switch outs I could put on, and also I don't know if I could show you all the statues that I didn't have the chance to show in the ToyCon. This one.
That'd be awesome. Oh yes, absolutely. This is awesome.
Spider-Man and okay, hold on. And a bigger Thanos here.
Oh, it's awesome.
Currently, it's not yet painted. Just came out from customs, but you can see the sizes are a little big. The new Thanos is a little bigger now with more details on the face, everything. So
Beautiful.
Yeah,
he looks great.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So, I still have a shock on ToyCon, so I hope you understand me on.
Oh, absolutely. It looked like a really fun time, but a really busy time.
Yeah. So okay, I'm going to show you Superman. I think everyone saw it already. Let me try to remove the camera. Hold on.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Okay. So here's Superman.
Gorgeous.
I think you guys saw it already on ToyCon, right?
Yes, absolutely.
But this one is, of course, Batman. you can see there's two options for the base, the stalagmites. This stalagmites has bats on it. Okay, okay, there are bats already here.
Oh,
But
okay.
I did not put it on Toycon because I'm trying to. This is 3D printed, yet still a 3D print. So I'm trying to have this broken during the show, but
The top comes
they
off.
are actually awesome. Yeah. So what else? Well, we have done some switch outs heads for Batman. Let me put it here. Okay. There's some there's some heads that I did not manage to show in con. I can show it here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Hold on now. So this one is the actually this one is the a more serious Batman. Okay. Okay. And then we have this
Oh, that's cool.
other
That looks
heads.
nice.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Looks
That's
great.
And then actually if we work on this head, the emblem will be where's the emblem?
So that was kind of the oval classic emblem there.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, look at that.
This one.
That's
That
awesome.
looks
That
awesome.
is freaking amazing.
Wow.
Looks so good, Jay.
Okay. And then we can thanks for okay. And also if we use the AR inspired Batman, okay. Here's the chest. Okay, currently it's still not fixed on this area. So because this is a 3D print, we'll do some adjustments later on.
Okay.
And then this is the head for the AR inspired.
That's right. Alex Ross right there.
Here we go.
God.
Yeah, that's right. So basically, people are saying why I'm doing. I'm not 100% AR Alex Ross the Batman or Alex Ross Superman, because we're trying to do some switch out and like what we did with Captain America and we are in AR, but not 100% to make it a little. If we work on some head, this one, the unmasked version,
Yeah.
we can still show. You can still see the whole. I'm working on some, and because I don't like the anatomy used on the Batmans, too big on chest. So we try to incorporate all of the possible switch outs for it without making it call that off on some parts. Currently we have 3 belts. This is the AR inspired belt. Let me see. Okay.
That's really cool.
That's awesome.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. AR inspired belt. If you AR head, and if you do actually it's I call this one a retro, more on Neil Adams inspired the Batman. So if you use that, we use this belt. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you have switch out belts for each Batman if you want. Okay. Each like an era of Batman.
It's really
and then
smart.
I have this extra head, but I don't think it will come out because I don't know. I haven't seen Batman in an angry pose, so I might not use this head. Because okay, so but for the other characters, Superman, I think you already know about Superman. People are saying about the textures on Batman. Currently, it looks okay. It looks great. But once I painted it, we painted the whole statue. We can then determine if we need to lessen the texture or change it. People are saying hands are big, so I doubt it is, but we'll look into it. We'll look into it. We can reprint it, adjust the size of the hand. But for also people are saying the thighs are big, so I will look into that. Okay, I will look into that. Once painted, we can determine if everything is okay. You know, sometimes if it's unpainted, you see some areas that we need to adjust. But
yeah,
once it's painted, it's actually the way of determining what needs to be adjusted. Okay. So a lot of switch outs for Batman. You can see here.
It's so great, Jay, that you're listening to the feedback. I know you always listen.
Yeah, I saw one. I don't know who it was, but the texture on the cowls.
Okay, let's see.
I don't know if
the cowls. There's some textures on it.
Okay, yeah, compared to like.
I don't know if you can see it here in the photo. Yeah.
Okay.
You want to match the texture and the cowl on the body.
Yeah, make sure like the textures match up to the body. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, we'll look into that. Yeah, we'll look into that. Again, this is a just a 3D print.
Yeah.
Actually, this is my first time on the con. That's the first time I saw it printed. It's fresh from the printer. So again, I will determine it later on. I will check if it's good or not. I don't mind changing it if it's making the statue better, like what we did with Thanos. We already done with the print. I follow the actual height in comics of Thanos, but again, see before the Thanos people are Thanos, so we adjust that and make it bigger. So again, I don't mind doing some changes if it makes the statue better.
That's right.
At the end of the day, I want collectors to be happy on it. Okay.
Do those stalagmites sit on top of the base, or does the base like
okay.
top off? Like, does that make the base higher if you add the stalagmites, or is it just topped off? I don't think you hear with the connection.
Hello?
Yeah, the connection's a little choppy. Did you hear that question? Oh, I think we lost.
I think we might have lost him there. Hopefully he'll come back on. I think it's a little choppy there with the connection, but I love that he's listening to feedback. That is so great because I mean, here he's back. I
think they look great the way they are, but
okay.
Now you're back, Jay. You're back now.
So you're saying the stalagmites are fixed on the base?
Yeah. Does that lay on top of the base,
Yes.
or does the top of the base come off and then you swap them out or something?
Okay. I tried to make it. I tried to make it removable, but I doubt it. I doubt it will be removable here. So we might have two options for the base, and so this one will be a regular version without the stalagmites and bats, and for the premier version we have the stalagmites and bats on it. So, but again, we'll include the other base on it, on the top base, so people have options to display if they want with stalagmites or without.
Jay, I absolutely love the rock base. That's what I'm going to order. I love that you're listening to feedback. I would buy it just like it is right now. I love it. So I know you're going to tweak it a little bit, but I think it looks awesome just even the way it is right now. I love it.
Can we ask him about the base with the female villain? That was a big question.
Okay. Actually, when I was designing it, I was hesitant on the female because all I put here is the top villains of Batman. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then when I check a Catwoman, because a Catwoman can be a villain and not a villain. You know, sometimes an anti-hero, and then also Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy sometimes she's not really that bad because she's just protecting the nature.
Mm-hmm.
So
and Harley.
So that's why I just put on the villains and Harley. Yeah. So I just put on the bad feelings here.
Yeah, they look great.
So that's the
I love what you did with the base. The base is so cool, Jay.
Base is killer.
Actually, I saw some comments that they're saying the base is like not okay. So sometimes, you cannot please everyone. But again, when we do the painting here on the base, you won't see them at all because we'll make it a little not too outstanding when we paint the base. We'll make it bland. Okay, so what you'll see is the whole character itself. So this one will be a little darker, not too prominent on the base.
It'd be like more like stone gargoyle type of thing.
Yes. And what else? Well, they just judge it after we paint it. We'll make sure that this is will be an awesome Batman for sure. Well,
all of your bases have been so cool with the storytelling element. We're big fans on this channel.
Thank you. It's been really hard doing bases. We started doing it when we did the Thor. So when we did that on Thor, and then everything follows for Hulk, for Iron Man, for Thanos. So glad people like the idea of it. In fact, I had just done with the concept for Aquaman. Actually, not really 100% done, but almost there. For Aquaman, we're done, and Flash, we're all good with Flash. So after Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, we'll do Flash and Aquaman. And currently, I'm still working on the concepts on Green Lantern, though I have some ideas. I haven't drawn it yet. So once I'm done with it, maybe next year you guys will see it. Yeah.
It'd be awesome. Do you have like a release schedule of like which one's going to go up for pre-order first?
Definitely Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Joker. Joker, we're done with Joker. I don't know. Can I show it here? Yeah, Joker.
Can you?
Yeah, you can.
Can you really?
Oh my God.
Oh, I guess that'd be insane.
BSC exclusive.
Oh, that'd be insane. Oh.
Don't get in trouble.
Let me see. I'll send a few shots on. Hold on.
See, it's still frozen. It's still frozen right now on Superman. Let me see if it.
I'm checking Messenger now to send you a photo of Joker.
Okay.
Okay. We'll see. That's the show.
And Jay,
Actually,
like Chris said, do you have a release schedule on this? When are they going to go up for pre-order?
I'm pushing Superman to be on September, and then 2 months interval on each.
Okay.
So, Chris.
All right, guys, let me get this loaded for you guys here.
Yeah.
You just sent me a photo. So this gives you an idea of what we're going to see with the Joker. I know there's going to be a lot of swap outs with this one as well, which is very exciting. But here is the first photo I can show you guys right here.
Wow. Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Look at that base.
It's like the Delato stand.
Yep. Delato, totally.
Okay, I've got more coming, guys. Give me just a second to load it. So that's the first one. You guys can see the storytelling base there. Here's another one.
Oh. Damn, that's all you.
Wow, that's so cool.
And let me give you number 3. All right, here comes number 3.
Oh, with the crowbar. That's cool.
Crowbar and the gun up forward. I like the way he's got his legs spread apart.
Look at the base is insane.
The base is nuts. The
Look at
base, I'd buy that just for the base.
I know you got to put that in the front. I think.
yeah.
We need, like, a rotating turntable.
Wow.
So I'm getting a few more guys here. Ooh, I really like number 5.
Wow, look at the penguin.
Actually,
Oh,
there's
God.
I would love.
there's
Oh yeah,
7.
from the,
I think there's 7.
I don't know. Never mind.
Here comes number 4. So again, this is all pending approval from Warner Brothers. So there obviously will be changes, potentially. There's number 4. And let me get
I
number
don't know if
5
they
up.
allow smokes.
Yeah, I might not allow that one. We'll see. But then this one right here, look at this.
Oh,
I love the front of the base too. That's cool.
Yeah, the Arkham Asylum.
yep.
So good.
Wow.
This is going to be incredible, guys. Again,
This is going to be one of those that it's a gift that keeps on giving, guys.
Yeah.
We usually just store our box and put all the switch outs away and whatnot. This is going to be one that I could totally see myself just playing with it like once a month.
Yeah.
That's my look right there. If I was going to.
Yeah, I love that look too.
I'm there too, Eric.
It's so different.
I've always wanted a Joker with the hat on like that. So.
Oh, it just looks so incredible. Absolutely incredible. Thank you
Jay,
for sharing those
run,
with us.
buddy. Home run.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I know, Jay, you've also teased some other villains. You teased the other day on Toy Quest 101. You talked about the Ra's Ghoul. Are there characters can you kind of tell our audience how far deep do you want to go with some of these characters?
Okay. For Batman villains.
Yeah, sure. Batman villains specifically.
Hold on. Let me see. I have this list. Okay. I'll just give you an idea of the list where we line up for. I don't mind sharing things because like I said, if you are collecting my line, prestige line, definitely you want to collect the whole line itself because then I am a completist. I want to complete the whole line. So completing it will make it
That is so freaking
you
cool.
do it side by side together, it will be awesome.
Yeah, it's good to see everything. So you can
currently we have if you can see the concept for Aquaman, I love it, really love it. For me, I love it. So once it's approved, then I can show it. So the reason why I'm trying not to show much because
that was a manual in the chat. It'd be cool if you could somehow rotate the bases or something.
Yeah.
Would be cool. I think we've lost audio.
Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now, Jay. Sorry, you kind of cut out there.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. Okay, on the list, I have Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman and Joker. Okay. And then we are doing Clayface. We do Flash, Aquaman, Green Lantern. Can you hear me? Yo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hello?
Yeah.
Everyone, Chris, you there?
Yep, we can hear you.
Why not just I chat to the list instead? Hold on.
No worries. I know we're excited about anything that you say because I think people are really excited about this line. I've heard a lot of people say that they're selling certain third scale statues that they have right now that are very, very good in order to replace them with yours right here. So that says a lot.
I saw that I heard the discussion last time that statue collecting like falling. Okay, I understand that because with the hard times, etc. So that is why with LBS we are doing a statue that is definitive, and that will make the statue makers like us to push on excellence. So when you collect statues, it will be something that it is worth your money, and you keep it as a grade. So sometimes you just some statue makers just do statues but it's not the best. Okay, so what we are doing in LBS, we do it the best. So when you buy our statue, we don't thinking of selling it, which makes it rare. Which make it rare to everyone because we are trying to make the statue limited edition. Like I said, I plan to do it 300 or 250, something like that, edition sizes. So it's really, really making the statue, the DC lineup to be rare. Okay. So I sent you the list, Chris. Can you check that?
Let me look. Okay, can I read the list?
I'll just say no. But if I for now, yeah, can. You can.
Yeah, just read it.
Okay, so I can read it. Tell me one more time. Yes, I can.
Yeah. Okay. Go.
Okay, so the list says Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Joker. Clayface. Again, guys, imagine a Clayface in third scale here. Flash, Aquaman, Green Lantern, Ra's al Ghul, Cyborg, Superman, Robin, and Nightwing, Martin Manhunter, Lex Luthor and Armor, Superman versus Doomsday, Two-Face, Shazam, Black Adam, Darkseid, Sinestro, and ladies and gentlemen, the Riddler.
Wow.
Yeah.
Riddler a priority before everything else.
Oh, we are so excited. Jay, I've said this, my plan, I don't know if you've seen my new space that I'm building, but my plan right now is to get that Batman and all of your villains and have one big display of all of your villains surrounded by Batman. I am all in. I'm all in.
Thank you. Thank you. In fact, we actually I have this Two-Face project. I don't know. Is Two-Face in the list?
Yep.
You know what would be really good?
Two-Face in the list?
Yeah, he's on the list.
Okay. Brainiac. Okay. Initially, that's the list that we submitted to Warner Brothers. Okay, but I don't want to overdo on the statues, so I just give them 4 every year for DC because currently it goes with other 4 with Marvel, so that's enough time for collectors to decide. Of course, to manage budget and money and everything. So we just do 4 each version. So
this is Marvel, a long term. Yeah, a long-term plan.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's not like 4 years, 5 years plan. Yeah.
That's so awesome. We are so excited. I've heard, I'm sure you heard a lot of positives. I heard just so many positive things about how these 2 statues alone, how iconic they already are and how they are a dream version for so many collectors. Again, I can't wait to own that Batman. I love the rock work on it. I think that was awesome that you did that. I love the flow of the cape and all the different swap outs. I'm very excited about the Joker as well. Of course, I've been wanting a Ra's al Ghul statue for a really long time, so I'm really, really excited about that and Clayface and hearing that you're doing some of those other characters. We're just very, very excited. Just thank you for creating this stuff for us.
Thank you, Chris. Actually, I want to thank all the people that supported me, believe in me, and I can't do it without your guys' support. Thank you so much. I owe you a lot, all of you that's supporting LBS. I'm just here doing what we collectors wanted. So I'm just, I'm just happy that you appreciate all the efforts that we guys put in the statues. Yeah.
We do. You and all of your artists are really incredible, and we're big fans of your Marvel stuff as well. Can you show us the Marvel stuff on that side too?
Okay, just a quick tour. Okay.
Yeah, that's
okay.
fine. Yeah, quick.
All right. Currently, we have here Thanos with a different size, and I am planning to do some boss on it. Okay.
Oh wow.
This is a cross arm vest. The base. So I'm still checking because I want it not too expensive, not too pricey, but again, I might offer it a little might offer it like a premier version. So I'm checking on that. And then also we have here Spider-Man with the new cast of Venom.
It's
Okay,
awesome.
so this is the new Venom. So on this Venom, there is interchangeable torso. You can see here, but it's not visible, so it's been done properly. So we have a race arm version, the open arm version, and the one with the symbiote at the back, the one displayed in Toycon. So
Yes.
this is the other version that we are saying. Okay, this is the
Well, that looks
very
great.
cool.
open arm. Okay.
Very cool.
All
Yeah,
right.
the
So
paint looks good.
yeah. So you're in my shop, so a little dirty, because
We understand
this is
completely.
What about
this is our bot cave.
are there switch outs for Spider-Man?
Yeah. Hold on. We have tons of switch out. I'll show it later on. Maybe. Hold on. There's actually 4 switch outs for Spider-Man. We have this unmasked head.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And some will just feature it later on. For now, I just can't show much.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
For Venom, we have here. We did the mouth to be clear cast, and then we have Wolverine.
He looks
Okay,
cool.
That's awesome.
so yeah, but this
Very
is Wolverine.
Wow, I
Okay,
love it.
and we have a lot of head switch outs for Wolverine. We have the unmasked, and
Oh,
we
cool.
have
Cool as hell.
the closed mouth version, the wolf.
Oh, looks good.
Okay,
Huh.
and then we have the what do you call this? This is the Savage Wolverine,
Oh,
no
that's
mouth
cool.
still. Yeah, this is the other version with the bandana version. So we're
Wow.
trying to do different version of Wolverine, not just the tiger stripe. We're doing
Yeah.
other features like this one with arms, a lot of what do you call this hair,
Hair.
arm
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's really cool.
and then we have this one with the big claws on it. Let's see. This one has a big claw, but I haven't attached it yet. Okay, so that's the time when Magneto got his adamantium out of his body, and then
Mhm.
you can see side by side with Cyclops. It's their own scale.
Yeah, looks good.
Okay.
They
Yeah,
look great
Cyclops
together.
killer
you
too.
have some amazing
Yeah,
sculptors designing your work. Yeah.
yeah. Actually, my sculptors are great. They actually they don't mind me asking too many changes. So at the end of the day, they are inspired by making the statues better. So not other sculptors that after they're done. On my sculptor, until we're not happy with it, they do some changes.
And that's because you guys are
So
fans.
I think I showed enough.
I mean,
Yeah,
everything looks
we
great
are
the way it is.
fans, and
Come on.
we okay. For Superman, I think you saw already the adjustments that we're doing. People are saying the clenching fists are not on the muscles. I'm looking into it. I'm looking into it if we need to change or not. But if we, I'm trying to lower the cost. So if later maybe I could decide to scrap out the clenching fist concept for Superman. I don't know. I will check to make Superman affordable to everyone. Yeah.
Oh, one other thing I wanted to ask
You
Jay.
can see here the heads. Yeah. Go.
Oh, I just wanted to ask about
Yeah.
the cape. Is there a possibility the capes could be PVC to help with the weight of the statue so that it doesn't cause leaning?
We'll do it. We'll do it PVC. The cape. What about the cape again?
I say, are you doing the cape
Sorry,
PVC to keep it lighter?
Okay. Yeah. I will check that with the factory. After we're done with this, we do the engineering, and then we will discuss with the factory if it's PVC, of course, PVC more sturdy, it's flexible. So I'm looking into that and make it lighter. So once I have the final, I'll just mention it in the group if I made it PVC or not. At the end of the day, if everyone wants it PVC and it doesn't take away the wowness on the statue, then we go for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering that. Thank you.
Yep. So what else? What did I miss? Should I make a raffle on your show?
Oh, Raps, yeah, absolutely. Say, I want to win. I want to win.
Okay. Do you have many viewers right now in your show?
We've got almost 200.
Okay. What should I raffle out? Let me look. Do you have a Batman? Wacko Batman. You like that?
Oh, those are fun. Yeah, those are a lot of fun.
All right. Should I raffle this Magneto?
Absolutely. I love that Magneto. It is so cool.
Pick like a number. Think of a number and let somebody guess the number.
Okay, I don't know how you can do the raffle right now. How do we do it, Chris?
Actually, I can tell you what. I will. What I'm going to do is I can do an online raffle. Let me set it up real quick, and I'll have everybody type it in. That way, it's fair for everyone. Okay, hold on just a second.
Okay, you do it. Yeah, okay.
I can't connect to the Wi-Fi network. You might want to check the connection.
Maybe Black Adam, Superman.
Okay, here it comes.
Can I answer this?
Okay, hold on just one second. Okay, here's my broadcast. Okay, so in order to win the raffle, guys, all you have to do is in the chat, type in all capital letters LBS. Okay, LBS in
for life.
For life.
That's right.
LBS for life.
Oh, hold on. Let me.
For life.
Yeah.
We got LBS going.
Yeah, sorry, it was already in there. Sorry, guys. So, but yeah, LBS. All right, we've got 34 entries already. We got 56 entries. Keep going, guys. LBS.
We're getting both. So which one are we doing? There's LBS for life and LBS.
The way it was put in the tool is LBS.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't get it quick enough changed. All right, we've got 89 entries. Again, give it just a second here. 92.
Chris is in there.
I'm in there. I'm not losing out.
Hell yeah, I'm in there.
This is
Morris entered twice.
you only can do enter once, guys. It will kick you. I mean, it won't take a second one. So just LBS, capital letters, LBS. Got 101 entries right now. Thank you guys for entering. That's right. Yeah. Get it up. 102. Keep going, guys. 106. Let's see if we can get everybody watching right now. We got 200 people watching right now. 200 people watching. Let's get a few more here. 107. Type in LBS in the chat here. LBS, all capital letters.
So explain what the raffle is for again.
I'm raffling up Wacko Batman. Since you are in the Batman Collectors group.
Yeah, we saw that at ToyCon, which was great. Thank you again for filming that tour for us, Jay. That was awesome.
Yeah. If you like other characters, just let me know. If the owner doesn't want Batman, I have Superman here. I have Black Adam. Okay, I'll just show you. Huh? I have Black Adam. I have Superman. Okay, hold on. I have Superman. I have Aquaman. You have Flash. Here's
cool. Yeah.
the price. This is the price.
That's killer.
It's so fun.
Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So if you like this or Flash.
Yep. That's it right there. It's awesome. We got 116 entries. You let me know when you're ready to draw.
Let's count. 10,
Okay.
9,
Let me.
8, 7. I hope you're making your show exciting.
Absolutely, it is.
Sorry
Let
for
me.
myself.
Yeah, be
It's
excited.
really here dirty place.
I'm gonna give. Can you guys see the giveaway screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go, guys. Here it is.
Oh, I almost landed on Batman.
Oh, I thought I was gonna let.
Oh, I did too.
Ah!
Kevin Vincent. Kevin
Nice.
Vincent is our winner. So Kevin, here's what I need you to do. I need you to email me at thebatmanstatuecollector@gmail.com with your
Ma'am.
address.
Okay, ma'am, nakalive. Okay, ma'am, nakalive ako.
Kevin Vincent, guys. Kevin Vincent. So congratulations to Kevin. Oh, I think we just lost Jay. Jay's like, I'm out. No, hopefully it'll pop back on. But again, congratulations to Kevin Vincent. That's awesome. Man, what a cool. We didn't even know we were doing a giveaway tonight. This is really cool.
That is so cool.
This is awesome. And again, he said you could pick which one you wanted. So again, hit me up, Kevin, at thebatmanstatuecollector@gmail.com and give me your address and I'll pass that on to Jay. Okay, I'll pass that on to Jay.
You just have to pay the shipping. It's $500.
Oh, so
Guys, I got a couple of questions because I need you to help me. I'm not up to par on LBS. Obviously, third scale. What's the price point that he's talking? Do we know?
It's been about $1,700-$1,900 ish, somewhere in there.
With that many swap outs, that's not bad at all.
Yep.
There we
Right.
go.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I don't know what
Okay.
happened there.
I lost connection.
No worries. So we had. I will get that winner's address to you, Jay.
Sure.
That was so cool of you to
ship it today.
Yeah, that was so cool that you did that for the audience. That was really cool.
Thank you very much, Jay.
Yeah, that was fun.
I'm not sure if we.
Sorry, I'm breaking up.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Hey,
Sorry,
Jay,
but
we can't thank you enough,
Yeah.
and I'm just here to tell you that I've been so impressed with what I've seen from your Marvel line. I've been so impressed with this new DC stuff. I told you earlier that I'm all in, and just any way I can support you, let me know because I envision myself collecting your DC pieces for many years to come, and I'm very excited to showcase them to my audience.
Don't go.
There
I'm good. All right. Okay. Sorry.
There you go.
Okay. So you're impressed on DC, yeah? Okay. I heard that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I'm very thankful that Warner Brothers gave us a chance to show gave us this license and show us that we can do it, right? So I'm so happy that they gave me an opportunity to show my my ideas for DC line. Okay, and maybe in the future I'll tell everyone, what pushed me to do these statues better and better and better. So we're trying to outdone ourselves every now and then. So if we do some statues, we listen to community, we listen to people comments, and we improve. So if they're saying that the DC line currently is a little boring because of the museum poses, don't worry, guys. After we're done with the museum line, we'll do a semi-dynamic process. So we'll do it one step at a time. This is a long we call this long plan for LBS. We don't rush too much because when I remember when I started collecting statues, every 3 months there are upcoming statues I can afford. We cannot afford every month release of statues. So
Absolutely.
Again, if you collect LBS, just collect the whole line because you'll be happy with the plans of what we're doing with LBS.
Yeah.
Well, put me down for Batman and every villain you make. I'm in.
Yeah. Personally, don't listen to every feedback. I don't think they're boring. It's new, it's refreshing. It's actually a flashback from the past, but in a larger size. Tons of switch outs, and I've had a chance to see all of your Marvel pieces. They're amazing. So looking forward to seeing the DC stuff.
True.
I will say that too. Listen to feedback, but at the same time, don't compromise your vision either, because sometimes you can tweak too much. Of course. Like I said, what you're showing in Batman, I love what you have right now, and so I appreciate your listening to feedback, but also stay true to yourself too.
Actually, I'm a little stubborn guy, so sometimes if what I wanted is this one, I push on that. So I just listen to things that can, but at the end of the day, I just push on what I want. I have this vision in my mind before I work on the concept. So, but again, I'm not perfect. I might miss something. If your suggestions is okay, I take it and change it. At the end of the day, again, I'm here to do the best statues possible. So if your suggestions makes it to improve the statue better without compromising everything, and then I'm good with that.
That's awesome.
Cool.
That's awesome. I can't thank you enough for your time. Thank you for spending your morning with us.
Thank
this
you so
was
much
really, really awesome.
for having me here, Chris. Thank you so much.
I hope it's the first of many times.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I kind of nervous on this show. I'm not good really in 100% English, but I hope I did deliver great great stuff. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you for everything, guys. I appreciate it. That's too much. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And
who's the winner? Chris, who's the winner?
His name was Kevin Vincent, and I will get you the address. Okay.
Who's the winner, Batman?
Did he say which one he wanted?
I don't know. Does he want Batman? Does he want other stuff?
I think he's a Batman guy.
I think it was Batman. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think Batman.
Okay.
So I'll let you know. I'll let you know for sure, and I'll message you. Okay.
The address. All right.
And,
okay.
People want to.
I think I'm done, guys.
All right. Well, thank you so much again, Jay. I really appreciate you spending time with us, and we'll catch you next time. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the viewers. Thank you to all the people who joined the contest. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Take care. Take care.
Thanks. Son. Okay.
What a great guy.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah. It was so awesome.
Dude,
man.
That's killer. He could. I mean, the bottom line is he's one of us.
Yeah.
So he's going to be successful. He's going to, because I am glad you said what you said though, Chris, because you can take suggestions too far, and then you start pissing off the people that liked it the way that it was.
Yeah.
So, and we hear it all the time, on the art side, that it's like, well, can you do this? Could he add this? Can he take out that? But then you're compromising the piece. Let the artist speak the way they want to for that piece, regardless of what it is. I'm glad you said that.
I haven't really seen bad negative comments, so I don't know where he's.
No, well, like he's saying, the stuff that I saw was like the thighs are a little big, or like the hands a little big. Like that's fine. But like sometimes I've seen other directors, I've seen other people, they tweak and tweak and tweak, and then it loses something, and then it's not as good as what we saw originally because they're so worried about appeasing the fans. I can tell you this, you're never going to appease the fans. When I get positive comments about something, I get 50% negative. Like it's just, there's always going to be that 50-50 split. You cannot, and that's the great thing is there's going to be a million other Batman statues you can buy if you don't like this one. I like it the way it is. I don't want him to tweak it too much. And so that's why I said to stay true to your vision, because I think most, I would say 95% of the comments I saw were like, this is on the level of that Fabok Batman right there, which is iconic. It is on the level of the Prime 1 Hush Superman. Like people are very pumped about it. And that says a lot. If you have that kind of excitement, the only thing that I was going to say is that, capitalize on that hype, get it out as quickly as you can. Obviously, he said September. That's not a very long wait for a pre-order for Superman. So obviously, he's wanting to get these out for pre-order in the fall here. Obviously, he's got a little tweaking to do, and I think that's probably why he's waiting a little bit. But man, I'm excited. Like I said to Dan the other day, my vision is to have Prime 1 on one side of the Bat Bunker and then the LBS line on the other, facing each other. I just think it's going to be an epic lineup. Again, could you imagine a third scale Clayface? How insane that's going to be.
That's gonna be nuts.
I've never been this excited for a company since I don't know how long. This for my cabinets, I don't know if those type of like museum poses would work because I'm height restricted. But if I had like your space, Chris, I would be all in on that entire line, everything.
Yeah. I'm serious. That's why I told him, I'm all in on it because I love the vision. I love the vision, and I like that he's doing the multiple portraits. You have an Alex Ross version, and again, you could just swap it out however you want, which is really great.
Chris, I totally see in the new Bat Bunker. I'm going to date you a little bit, going back to when you had the fish tank display.
Yeah.
Can you imagine doing a whole JLA setup like that and just all encompassing? And I mean, me on the art side, I see finding my channels and trying to get one of the original sevens of Alex Ross.
I was going to say that big long Alex Ross that Eric had, right? Eric had that, didn't you?
Eric had that.
I did not have that. No, I wish I had that one.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I had the Ultimate Justice one.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
Which is also a great piece.
That's on its way to San Diego Comic-Con, by the way.
You can see my painting in person in San Diego.
That's right. It. No, but getting that original 7 and then having those statues right in front of it, I think that's gonna. When I do my basement and I'm finally allowed to set up my basement the way that I want to, I could totally see that.
Yeah,
just really cool. Is that yours? That's going to San Diego, Eric, for real?
Oh yeah,
I don't know if Charles will be allowed to talk what we did.
Of course, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I did a little trade with Charles. He obviously got the better end of the deal, which I was fine with. He saved me the trouble of having to sell it and ship it. So
yeah, that's nice.
I picked up that Jim Lee piece that I showed you guys a while back, and he took my absolute justice. So it's on its way to San Diego.
That's cool.
Yep. Because that's the type of art that Ari wanted for San Diego. That's number one. It's the number one piece. So that's the type of stuff that we wanted to have. And Ari was like, do the deal. Just do it. First of all, he said, and just so you know what the BSC means to the company, he's like, they're with your group. They're with the Batman statue collector. He goes, give Eric whatever he wants. Do the deal.
That's awesome. So, okay, we're getting ready to look at photos. We've got a lot of photos. So, Charles, I've kept you 2 hours. I don't know if you want to hang out for photos or if you need to go. Please leave if you need to. We're just going to look at photos now.
I apologize. I've got to hop. I just got a text from my son. I got to talk to him about some stuff that's upcoming for him, but I've got to run. So
no worries, sir. And tell Brandon he's in our thoughts.
I will definitely do that.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Dan.
Bye-bye.
Okay. All right. You guys ready to look at photos then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Is his son okay?
So he revealed it the other day on the show. So he is in the minor leagues.
Yeah, I know.
And he's in the feeder system for the A's.
Yeah.
And he was injured the other night, about a week ago on the pitching mound, and he's got to have that Tommy John surgery.
Oh, Jesus.
So he's out for a year. And so it's just bad timing. But so our thoughts and prayers are with him. He's going to be in really good hands, down in Alabama, Dr. James Andrews and his team, that group of surgeons down there.
Mm-hmm.
So it just sucks. It just, it was his time, but he'll be back bigger and stronger. So again, our thoughts and prayers go out to him, because I know that's just got to be devastating, but he'll be back. He'll be back.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's get into the photos, guys. Again, I apologize. The show will go a little long tonight, and again, if you guys need to leave during the pictures, please, because we have a lot. So Hope some of them will go through pretty quickly though. Okay.
He did say it was the mega show, so
It is the mega show, so I'm definitely delivering. We got Charles, we got Jay, and we got a lot of photos. So here we go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Here we go.
speed round. No.
Lightning round.
That's right. Let's see if I got the right one this time.
Ooh, and right back to LBS.
All right. Open with photo gallery. I think this is the right one. All right. Can you guys see the photos big?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll skip through this since we did get to see it, although, the video is a little choppy. So if you haven't had a chance to see this is the render. We didn't get to see the bats whenever we saw the tour because they were brittle for the show. So that's what the bats look like. Obviously, he did say that the stalactite, there's going to be two different bases. Where one is the flat base that matches Superman, and then this one, which I absolutely love. This is the one I'm going to be buying with the stalagmites, stalactites, or whatever. Just how cool is that? Look at that.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to ask him. See, originally I thought just the rocky parts came off. I didn't realize the whole platform on top came off like that.
Pretty neat. Obviously, again, that there's the storytelling base with the different villains, which I thought was cool.
Sick.
So neat. Again, there's going to be different swap outs, obviously, with the different hands. He did say that they're going to work a little bit on the texturing and look at that a little bit. I feel like the texture looks really great to me, especially on the cape. He did talk about that this was originally supposed to be Batman and his parents down below. They were murdered, and Warner Brothers did not approve that. So instead, they did it a little bit different. But if you look at it, it looks like the bat emblem. Which is really cool with the rock work. So that's a neat touch. I said to the guys too, it's like if they wanted to add the females, they could add the 3 back there on the back instead of this. So, but I think this is probably what they'll go with. But again, look at the texturing. This
Amazing.
Looks great. Obviously, again, you're going to have multiple portraits, an Alex Ross portrait at 3rd scale. But I love the flow of the cape. There's a few people that I saw that didn't like it, but I'm like, I freaking love it.
Yeah,
I think it's great. It's not too over the top. Look at that. That is just stunning.
I do think that this is right up there with the Fabok Tech 1000 by Prime One. I think it's going to be a great compliment. Or if this is your one Batman piece, I think it's just awesome. Could definitely be a standalone.
I gotta find some space.
There's the Bruce Wayne portrait. Obviously, this is a prototype, so there is a neck seam right there that would not be there in the final. But look at that.
Yeah, it's insane how good everything looks like.
It just looks so stoic. It just looks awesome. So again, there's going to be multiple portraits there. Just looks great, and there is texture on the cowl.
That one, yeah. The Alex Ross, I think, was just smooth.
Yeah. So, I mean, there is texture there. It's just kind of hard to see in photos sometimes. This is my favorite with the portrait kind of looking down.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I really like the best, with him looking down a little bit.
Yeah, I think me too.
Yeah, I love it. That particular one right there. And then, of course, we have Superman, classic Alex Ross right here.
Oh, yeah. Where are they at? Singapore?
I think that's where they're based, I think. I'll have to double check and ask. It's really cool what they were doing with the different belts on Batman. That was a really cool idea.
Yeah. You could make the statue whatever you want. That's great.
Completely customizable.
Yeah, I can kind of see where the fist might be a little bit too big.
Yeah, he said he might tweak that down a little bit. But look at that pose.
That's a great pose, great portrait.
I mean, does it get more iconic than that?
No, that's Superman.
Yeah, sure. That's Ross right there.
Yeah, I'm not as big a fan of the fist forward. I really like the hands on his hips look better for me personally. But it's nice that there's going to be some different options. Obviously, again, different swap out portraits. That's the bearded portrait, which I think looks really great. And then, of course, that Christopher Reeve.
That's great.
Portrait as well, which is really neat that that Warner Brothers is allowing that.
Yeah. He's got his work cut out. Speaking from the Warner Brothers side, he's got his work cut out with them. But once they figure out their background people and he finds the right people to talk to, he'll get stuff approved.
Well, it was interesting whenever we were live streaming the other night, and he was doing it at the con. Warner Brothers was actually there to talk to him.
Oh, good.
And so it sounds like it must have gone pretty well.
Well, it took us when we took over the archives, and our booth was literally right next door. Jim Lee was doing a signing, a comic signing. Ari and Jeff went over and talked to him, and they're like, "Look, this was when we were trying to get the Bermejo pieces approved," and he didn't even have any advice for us. He's like, "Look, I wish I could tell you who to talk to, but just keep it up with the channels, and somebody will help you." But now they've smoothed it out. They got people on board, and they're doing their due diligence.
That's cool. That's awesome. That's good to hear. It's a little hit or miss with Warner Brothers. I hear a lot of stories from a lot of different people that it's, just can be frustrating at times. But I can't. I just can't. I was gonna say I can't see why Warner Brothers would say no to that. I mean, that just is.
That's Superman.
Cool. That's Superman. There's obviously going to be one with the kind of the laser eyes coming out. I think that's a Reeve portrait, as far as I could tell. It just looks great.
Yeah.
I think Jeff Delaney took this one together. This is all the different portraits, so you can kind of see what you're going to get. We got 5 portraits.
You go with Reeve, or do you go with Alex Ross? That's a tough one.
You go with both. I think you swap it out every other week.
Absolutely.
I mean, because they both look great. They're also, this is part of their Wonder Woman tease. Warner Brothers actually had them tweak a little bit on her, so that's why they couldn't show her yet. I think they wanted her like bikini line a little lower, I think, from what I heard.
I thought they meant the bottom lower, like to cover her butt.
It could be. I just assumed it was the other way, the high, because it made it sound like around her waist.
Not the waist lower.
Actually, that is not. I'm sorry. That is. This is XM. Sorry, guys. I had the wrong order here. This is the updated look on the XM piece, which does look better.
It does look a lot better.
Yeah, the other one was not good in my opinion.
No.
But that looks a lot better. So I got that mixed up. This is the LBS. So she's going to be amazing as well. And obviously different portraits, different arm swap outs.
I just love the fact that you can customize their whole line. I mean, you can make it whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And then this is the Wonder Woman base.
His bases are just stunning.
Yeah,
they're so cool.
Did you see the Batman? It was the Joker's Reckoning, but he like added to it.
It's really neat, right?
Yeah, the Joker, was it the Joker base? Yeah, the Joker base.
Yeah, the Joker base. So that's kind of what the 3 look like together. Again, there's another swap out there with her holding the lasso of truth.
Absolutely.
And without the cape, and so there's going to be a cape version. It's just crazy. And then there's all 3 bases together.
Huh.
Perfect.
So it's just awesome. And there's the Wolverine that he teased us with, which looks great. And then there's that Spider-Man, which I think looks really great as well. I like the height of it.
Yep.
All right, we'll move on from LBS. Again, I'll try to get through these a little bit quicker tonight, guys. So we have some in-hand photos of the Margot Robbie from Suicide Squad, Sideshow Collectibles. So again, some of these we've seen a little bit before, but we haven't done a picture show in about a month. And so I've got some older photos to show you as well. But I think this one turned out really great.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of this one since day one, but unfortunately, there seems to be an issue with some of the eyes on the portraits.
Yeah, I've heard from a couple of collectors that the eyes are. I feel like that one looks pretty good to me.
That looks okay, yeah.
But I've heard a few being a little bit wonky.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Wandering eye.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, look at that. But the colors look great. Her pose is great. Some people don't like the base. But again, having been there in San Diego, a lot of people were really excited about this one.
I like it. It reminds me of the movie when she's like,
yeah, it's good.
Tripping out, seeing everything.
So again, there's the eyes.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Let's say it looks good right there to me.
Close, yeah.
Look at this guy, Sideshow using straps.
Finally.
Yeah.
How great is that? Like this, it took 10 years or 15 years, but finally we're getting the straps. I wish Prime 1 would do it as well because it's just so much nicer. It's so much easier than dealing with the tape.
Yeah.
It's just nice and it's so easy. I mean, I can't imagine these straps costing too much money.
Hopefully it continues and it's not like a one-time deal here.
Yeah. So I have to applaud Sideshow for doing the straps. It's a really nice surprise.
It's got to make their lives easier too.
You would think so. You would think so. This is the new Wonder Woman premium format. It's had some buzz initially. I haven't heard much about it since, but I think that the portrait is gorgeous. What do you guys think about this one?
Not really a fan. I mean, the portrait looks okay. The overall sculpt. I'm not sold on it.
To me, this looks very much like James Gunn's wife. I think that's the inspiration for this piece. A lot of people have noticed that. It looks very much like her. She's been in like Peacemaker and some different. She was in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 also. But I think to me, that's where they got the inspiration for her face. Some people have said that the torso is a little bit long. And I do agree with that. I think it looks a little bit long. But again, I haven't seen it in person, so it's hard to judge, but I do think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I have no issues with this. I think everything looks great, even the torso. So
yeah,
I think it's just the way the skirt is like sitting low on her hips. Like
it could be.
Yeah, it gives her torso more height with that. I see what you're saying, Eric.
I think it's one of the best Wonder Woman Sideshow has done out of all of them. So
I really love the portrait. This kind of has a bank vault base. It's been sliced open. People weren't sure quite what that was, but I think it looks good. I like the angle of it.
Yeah, originally we thought it was a tank. A tank would have been cool, like the top.
Yeah, a tank would have been cool. But I do like the gears here on the back with the safe. It's kind of neat. I like that portrait a lot. I think it's awesome.
Me too.
Let's see. There's a better look at the base again.
Yeah, it looks good. They did a good job with the, making it look like it's melted and stuff.
Yeah. Base definitely looks good.
This we're going to see more of this week. It's going to go up for pre-order, I believe, next week. This is the Tweeterhead 1/6 scale Batman. This has definitely been tweaked from last year. I really liked the version from last year, but I think this one's really good as well. There's going to be a blue Batman and also a black suit Batman available. The blue version is going to be available at Tweeterhead, and I have found out they will ship internationally if you're interested. And so obviously we'll see a little bit more. And I believe there's going to be a little bit of a teaser as well next week with some of these photos. So I can't talk about it quite yet, but I think it's going to make a lot of collectors very, very happy. But there's the blue version, and then here's the black. I think I like the blue version better too. I like the blue version.
Me too. Yeah. They're usually not a blue. I mean, it's like a dark blue, so I think it works.
Yeah. He sent me like paint samples and kind of like picked my brain about which blue I liked, and I really liked this one. I thought it's just a little different of a blue. I really like it. I think the colors are really nice. Here's the base with the gargoyle. It does have the smoke kind of billowing up. Again, I really like the base from before as well, but this one's definitely dynamic. Some people haven't liked the tippy toes.
That's my only issue, but I actually like this pose better than the previous pose. I was
That's
looking
cool.
at the two side by side, and I think it works better.
He's a little less bulky. The other one was a little thicker, but I think this one will be real popular among 6 scale collectors. I know some people are wishing it was a quarter scale, but again, this will be going up for pre-order, and Chad has told me that there will be, and I think I'll be able to reveal it next week. There's going to be a very, very special offer above and beyond what they normally do for collectors that order from Tweeterhead. So I'll divulge that next week if I'm able to.
Cool.
We've got a bunch of Prime 1 stuff. Since the last time we looked, we haven't had a chance to talk about the next level event, and a lot of photos have come out since then. Have you guys had a chance to see this quarter scale Poison Ivy from Prime 1?
No.
This is their new Throne series. It's quarter scale.
Creatively, I think it's great. As a Poison Ivy, it wouldn't be for me. It's too out there for me.
I know one thing that Prime 1's really working on, they're really trying to up their paint game. They're wanting to do a lot of different techniques with paint. And so I think that this is a perfect example of kind of what we're seeing with not only paint applications here, but on her suit being kind of metallic and doing some different things with paint. Obviously, this is definitely a different, different look for Poison Ivy. There's going to be obviously different swap outs. There's that kind of that Uma Thurman hair swap out. So I don't know. I haven't decided on this one. It's definitely a different look for her. But the overall concept, the paint looks really good to me.
Yeah, the paint looks awesome.
I do like.
Definitely on point.
Especially for a Prime One piece where they usually just paint everything gray and say, okay, that's it.
Yeah, this one's definitely not gray. I do like the portrait a lot. I think the portrait's really nice. You can see the freckling. I like it. I just don't know for sure if I'm going to get it yet or not. But there's the whole thing all together.
I mean, she gets a little lost inside of it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's definitely cool. There's a lot of cool things on the base as far as like the elements and the paint.
This is Kelvin Loke from Shock Toys, a good friend of the channel, and this is going to be that Doomsday. Dark Side on Throne. And just to give you an idea of how big, and this is quarter scale, guys. This is going to be quarter scale.
Wow.
So it really goes to show you. There's the throne itself.
That's insane.
So it's not going to be your typical throne piece. When we see Kelvin there, it's quite shocking how big this thing's going to be. We also got our very first tease, finally, thank God, of our Hush Catwoman, 3rd scale from Prime One Studio. Obviously, this is going to be long anticipated, based on some pretty normal art that we've seen of Jim Lee's Catwoman. So I'm sure this will probably be a day one pre-order for me, but it's finally nice to know that we finally got that tease.
So it is confirmed as 3rd scale?
Oh, yes, 3rd scale.
Nice.
Confirmed with Johnny. We also got our first printed version of that incredible David Finch Batman versus Batman Who Laughs. This is quarter scale diorama. So again, we have that Fabok look again. Or I guess it could be Finch, maybe. I don't know.
It better be Finch.
Yeah, it should be Finch because this is Finch's artwork. But I think this one's going to be really fun. But it's cool.
I realized that was quarter scale. Wow, it's gonna be big.
Yeah, it's gonna be really neat though. I can't wait for that one.
It's cool.
Speaking of quarter scale, we also have the Batman versus Killer Croc diorama. This is quarter scale. Johnny did say that this was going to be a black suit Batman, and then I questioned him after the fact. I'm like, this isn't black suit. This is blue Batman, but it's a very, very dark blue. So obviously, this is the vision that he had. It is going to be a bluish color, but it is obviously it's got the black emblem on his chest. But overall, as a concept, there's going to be multiple swap outs, multiple portraits, not only for Batman, but also for Killer Croc himself. This is definitely one that I'm going to be adding to the Batcave. I love it.
Yeah. I like when they do that dark blue because it looks more like the comic book, those blue comic book highlights. Like it's supposed to be black, but then it has like those blue highlights that just.
It's just very cool. Obviously, again, that Fabok portrait. Which I did ask him about. He just says that he really likes the overall look of the Fabok. I feel like he feels like it's the most iconic, and so they're sticking with it. Obviously, there's a lot of blood damage and things like that. There's also that crocodile, portrait as well.
I forgot that this was quarter scale. I'm losing track now that they're doing quarter scale.
Yeah, doing way more quarter scale now. Way more quarter scale. So again, like that looks more black there. So it just depends on the lighting too.
Yeah.
But very, very dynamic statue.
Big base.
Yeah, it's gonna be big.
This one won't be cheap.
No.
And then of course we also have that respirator portrait.
Okay.
As well. You can see that they're using real chain. And then we also have that Croc portrait as well there. You can see that swap out there. So obviously I would also cover up a neck seam with the chain. So that's real smart. So pretty fun. We also saw the Joker Carnival of Chaos. This one was teased at that show. This is going to be a throne piece as well. Obviously we haven't seen too much of it because it's just renders right now, but we can definitely keep our eye on this one.
Well, who's the artist? Was it Delato or some? They
didn't announce this yet.
I seen the artwork for this though. It's from.
Oh, I'm sorry, Carlos Diana.
Oh, okay, because I'm pretty sure I seen like the comic book that looks like this or something.
So that's really cool. I think that'll be an interesting piece. And then there's also the Harley that goes with it. This is going to be a separate piece from that Carnival of Chaos. I feel like this one's a little. I think we've all kind of said it's a little too cutesy.
Yep.
For our liking. But I think there's definitely an audience there, for sure. And I think it'll be fun. It's kind of cool the way she's on the Bud and Lou carousel. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I could see diehard Harley fans ordering that.
Yeah, I can too. We also had the Terminator revealed, and this line I think got a lot of buzz. This is going to be a third scale from Blitzway. Obviously, you know, T2 is a very popular. Look at this.
That's cool.
Tremendous.
Blitzway just knocking it out of the park there. Again, I feel like that is really, really good. One of the best Arnolds I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the factory can match it, that's going to be the key.
Yep.
I mean, look at that. It's so cool. It's really neat the way they did the bullets can be magnetized onto him. So if you want to take them off, you can do that.
Okay. I was going to ask you, I was watching one of the shows. I think it was just you and Dan. I was wondering what you were talking about with the magnets and all that.
Yeah, it's really neat that you can take them off. They are tweaking this. Some people said that they didn't like the smile. So they are adjusting that. They've already done that. And so it'll be a little bit more like the movie for the exposed Terminators. And then they had the one gun look, and then there was also the two gun look
Nice.
as well. So that's fun.
That's cool.
And it also has the LED light up feature as well.
Very cool.
We also had Snape. This is from Prime 1 as well, but it's with a new company. And so this is interesting. They did have him on display. I feel like this line is basically going to be to kind of compete against J&D. Real simplistic bases, but obviously cloth. And I think these are silicone heads also. I can't remember the character's name. Do you guys remember what this one is? Slan, I think is her name.
I have no idea.
But they've got a new quarter scale for her. I like this one better than their first one they did. What's not to like here?
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, we'll skip to PCS here. This is the new third scale RoboCop. I think this one's awesome.
That's a great piece.
They'll be at San Diego, so you guys will probably see all this in person.
Yeah, I was going to say we're going to do a booth tour with Ant Adams as well, like we did last year. And I can't wait to see the booth. It'll be one of the few statue booths there. Iron Studios is going to be there, PCS, Kotobukiya, Diamond Select, and a few others. But can't wait to see this booth. I hope it's a great booth this year. I just love this thing. I think it looks great.
Looks just like him.
It does. It's Peter Weller, baby, right there. And there is
great art.
There is two different versions of this one. There is the first film and then the second film as well.
Yeah.
I don't.
The second one's more purplish looking.
Yeah, I think this one right here.
That indigo.
You can see that purplish color on his suit. There you can see the purple. See it? Yeah.
Very
cool. Yeah, it's a very cool piece. Again, a lot of great detail from PCS. I hope this one sells really well for them. Yeah, there you can really see that blue and purple. It's cool.
It's a very cool piece.
Yeah.
I like it.
You got the machine gun down below.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of different options. This one just went up for pre-order recently. This is the He-Man bust, life-size bust, to complement their Skeletor. I don't know if very many people have bought this one. I love the base on it. It's kind of got that gray skull look. The green rock. I don't know. I don't know what the market is for this. I know the Skeletor bust did well.
Yeah, I don't know if I was a He-Man collector, if I would want a big He-Man bust. I don't
know. I mean, if I was going to get one, I'd get Skeletor.
Yeah, me too.
Skeletor looked good.
Yeah, I like the villains. I've always liked the villains. Big shocker, right?
Yeah.
But they do look good together. So congratulations to anybody that picked that one up. Again, there's a side by side. Yeah, we did see Skeletor last year at the Tweeterhead booth. These are some in-hand photos of that brand new Val Kilmer Batman third scale from Prime 1. I think this one turned out really good.
What's going on with his eyes? Maybe it's just a picture.
Yeah, I was going to say it's got kind of a glare to the photos. This collector always gets stuff way before anybody else. And so I don't know if it's shipped worldwide yet or not, but it's just cool to see. And it's got that bat wall. I do like the piece overall.
Yeah, I like it from the pose and concept.
Yeah. And it's got that weapon wall that was extra. Obviously, I have this piece now. I got some in-hand photos of the Joker. I think this one turned out really great. I just filmed my top 5 favorite quarter scale statue video here recently. I think it might be up for members.
It is.
And so no spoilers, but this one definitely made the list. Had great texture on it. Again, this one's sculpted by Daniel Bell. And in hand, it turned out really great. Paint applications looked really great on it. I know not everybody loves the piece, but
I'm seeing a lot of comments in the group of, oh, I should have ordered that.
yeah. And it's so weird. Like I showed it in my video where like half the face is painted dark gray and off the statue, it looks awful.
Yeah.
But as soon as you put it on the statue, it just works. It works so well. And I can't explain it, but it really does.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. His shoulder's pretty much covering his entire face on that.
Yeah. It's just really ballsy that they did it and it works. It's got that blood effect. Just be careful about that pin. I always worry about that pin being broken, but just be careful. So again, that's shipping right now as we speak.
I think is it sold out?
Oh yeah, it is. It's on waitlist.
I'll tell you, people are like, oh, I should have ordered. Like,
yeah, it's on waitlist.
When it was first shown, nobody really liked it. Now that it's in hand and people are seeing it, they're like, oh, I should have ordered it.
I tell you, as soon as I do a BSC review, it always sells out. I tell you. This is the new PCS Storm. I feel like this one's just kind of meh.
Everybody's calling it Rihanna. I don't know.
Do you like it? I just feel like it's kind of.
I think it's fine.
It's bland.
Yeah, it's just okay. But I don't know. I just feel like there's parts of it that's just maybe simple. I don't know. Maybe it's just the skin tone or the. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what it is for me. But the portrait's beautiful.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I had no problem with that. I don't think it's like one of my favorites that they've done, but
yeah, I don't think it's bad. I just, I do like the base a lot.
That is pretty cool.
The base is good.
I mean, that kind of reminds me of something that Legendary Beast is doing. Portraits, the portrait looks really nice. And this is 3rd scale, I believe. It's got some nice texturing on the suit, nice paint.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, look at that.
Very nice.
That's really cool. And then the backside.
Punk.
Yeah, kind of her other look. Yeah, 3rd scale.
Yeah, it looks good. I don't know.
Yeah, it's all right. Not bad. These are some photos. They're doing a 3rd scale of the Witcher line. They always were quarter scale before, but now they're doing some 3rd scales. So that's Yennefer.
I need to watch that. That season just came back on. The Witcher.
That's cool. I think all these statues have been really, really nice by Prime 1. But that was in their gallery, so people can kind of see it under real life lighting, which does make a difference. You got the Hellback quarter scale. I think in like this lighting, this thing looks really great.
That's a cool piece.
The black and the red looks really great. This is a piece that's not really on my radar, but seeing these photos here in this lighting, it looks really good to me. This would maybe be a maybe for me.
Do you still have that Azrael piece, or did you sell that?
I do have it still.
Wow.
I really love it. I have no connection to Azrael, but like I love that piece.
Like this reminds me, like it's like one of those suits, like
yeah, it's very kind of a similar idea.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's a neat quarter scale. I think this one will do very well, and I think it'll be a big quarter scale too.
Yeah,
it's real bulky. So here's Kelvin again making an appearance. So this is kind of cool to see. You can kind of get an idea how big it's going to be. You also see the ivy in the background, but it's always nice to see these next to a person. Then it's got that Murder Machine 3rd scale also behind him.
So the Ivy's quarter scale.
Yeah, Ivy's quarter scale.
Wow,
all the throne pieces are quarter scale.
I think it was 3rd scale. Right.
This is Kelvin next to the Bat Cave, the Del Auto, which you can see, and also the Alfred. The Alfred will be sold separately.
That Alfred is a definite.
Oh, for sure. And the thing is, the thing about the Bat Cave, this is the only thing that I worry about is like when the screens are off, does it still look cool?
Yeah, I was telling you, I was like wondering if they could do like some type of like plastic vinyl decal to put over it, like if you weren't using it, like similar to
Yeah.
what they did with the Hush. Doesn't the Hush have something on it when it's off, or no?
Yeah, kind of. It's got like this grid thing on it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And if they won't, I mean, I'm sure we can print something. I'm sure.
Yeah, like one of those
But again,
clear window
it gives
stickers.
you an idea of size next to him. And here's the Killer Croc versus Batman next to him.
Yeah, that piece is definitely you, Chris.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's 100%. I can't wait.
That's awesome.
I'm more excited about that than just about anything. We also have the 3rd scale Dark Knight's Metal Harley. And again, this is another example of that kind of that new paint that they're doing, kind of that metallic paint look, which I think really works well for this piece. Then you have Bud and Lou, which looks great.
It's a cool looking piece.
Yeah, I think this one will complement the Batman Who Laughs really well with the real chains.
Yeah,
yeah.
Same concept, just different
Yeah, I just think it's really smart the way they did the colors.
elements.
Again, Bud and Lou looking vicious. I don't love this portrait. I really like the unmasked portrait one. But I think there was like 3 different portraits, maybe 4. This one's just okay to me.
I mean, it's not for me, but I like it. I mean,
yeah,
nothing wrong with it. I'd rather have Batman Who Laughs than
yeah. Say I doubt I'd get this one, but it's cool for the metal collectors. I mean, look at that.
That's sick.
That's neat. Here's a close up of that Del Auto piece. Really like it a lot.
Yeah, I see what you're saying with the screens.
Yeah, it looks so much better with the screens on.
Yeah. And you can use your own images. Like I could put my Batman Statue Collector logo on all the screens if I wanted to, using a USB type of drive. It's pretty cool. There's the back side of it. This is something I wouldn't spend the extra money on because you don't see the back.
Right.
However, you can have it displayed right next to it. And I think I've heard some people are going to do that. But it's still a cool diorama.
Yeah, I love that Batmobile. That's cool.
It's neat. This one was also shown at the Next Level event. I have no idea about this, but I did want to include it for anybody that might want to see it. I know this did get some buzz. So again, it's always kind of cool to see it under real lighting. And again, this stuff sells way better than the Batman stuff does. Again, there's another one. I love the artistry of these pieces.
Very cool.
They're really beautiful.
Yeah, that's it. I have you guys saw I have a couple of Sume pieces. I don't know anything about anime. I don't know anything about the characters. I strictly collect these just for the art. And
that's cool.
The what they put into these pieces. I mean, look at all of that clear work.
Yeah,
I mean, that's gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
I'd buy that just for the art aspect.
Yeah,
just for the art aspect.
It's beautiful. I like hearing you say that you buy it even though you don't know about it. I like that.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know one thing. I buy one of these and I immediately call my buddy and I'm like, all right, give me the 411 on this character because I don't know anything about him. But I look to my right and I've got 6 of them and they're one nicer than the next.
Absolutely. This is Murder Machine 3rd scale again that I showed you a little bit earlier. This one is, I feel like it's cool. It's not my favorite in the lineup, but the base is what's really neat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Just really cool with the pixelization.
I like the whole piece.
Yeah, it's really a cool concept. A lot of thought was put into it. Look at that.
Definitely different.
Yeah.
It's very I'm into like biomechanical type stuff, so I think everything's just very biomechanical.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be cyborg, like the cyborg version of Bruce Wayne. We also saw the Superman teaser. Again, this is Del Auto. For me, this is kind of a ho-hum piece because I don't feel like Superman needs to be on a throne. I did say that Prime One's going all in on the throne pieces, but at the same time, I feel like not every character needs a throne. Certain ones do, but I don't know. What do you guys think of this overall piece?
Not for me.
Is there a different head sculpt? Because I know in the Del Auto, it looks more like Christopher Reeves.
I think that there's going to be 2, maybe 3.
Okay.
But we haven't seen much yet. These are just renders. This is the back side of it. Similar to what they did with the Batcave.
It's crazy. Everybody's doing all these, elaborate things with the back of the base that
you never see.
it makes you want to somehow show it off. Like
I know, like why bother? Like just most people are not going to have a rotating base.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could save some money on the
Yeah,
stats,
save some freaking money and space.
We'll put it on the front somewhere.
This is cool from Blitzway. So we have the mass production PVC and the prototype. I think they did a really good job of matching the prototype.
Absolutely.
This is the Kurt Cobain, which is really cool. It's in the studio. Great piece from Blitzway. But that looks fantastic.
Looks
really,
just
really
like
good. Yeah, I'm blown away. They did a great job of paint. We also got another piece revealed by Blitzway. This is the Michael Jackson.
I'm surprised they went with this look, not like a different, one of his styles. I think it's like from the Super Bowl or something like that.
Yeah. Well, this is probably the first of many. I bet they probably got, all his different looks. But this is really cool. Obviously, I think this one will do really well for them. I think it looks very, very good. I feel like it looks better, more like him without the glasses than with the glasses. But obviously those glasses are very iconic. But I think that looks very, very good.
Yeah, it looks like him to me.
Absolutely.
This is the unmasked.
Mm.
I think it looks like him.
Looks just like.
Yeah, see, I think they did a great job. I feel like having the eyes, it has more power to it.
Yeah.
If I did buy, I mean, I'm not a buyer of these, but if I was, I wouldn't put the glasses on. I think that's the way it should be displayed.
Yeah, I do too.
That looks good.
But yeah,
perfect.
Really good. Blitzway, I tell you, they're some of the best in the business. They're fantastic.
Oh, absolutely.
Like right there, I just don't feel like it looks quite as good with the glasses.
I agree.
But anyway, that's coming soon. That's part of their Black Label line. Yeah, there's another. Yeah, that angle.
Everybody's doing like these music pieces now. What was the other company? PCS is doing a lot of like the Prince and all that.
Yeah, Prince. This is from Pure Arts. They did a Batman cowl, a penguin cowl, or kind of a penguin mask, and then a Catwoman cowl. And now they've done a, from the Flash movie Batman, so that modern version of him. So this cowl is up for pre-order right now, and it also comes with the Batwing, which is really cool. It's kind of a side piece. This one's it's not for me, but it's still cool.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting how they did everything as a mask, but then they made Penguin has eyes and all that.
Yep. This is from PCS. This is Akuma, I think his name is.
Yeah.
But look at the size of this thing.
Street Fighter.
Where the hell are you going to put that?
I don't know.
The whole thing on the
This
bottom.
is going to be as big as Clayface is from Legendary Beast.
Can you pan back down again? Like the whole table's the base, right? All that.
I think I think the base is this brick, but then I think that this like leaves or something around the base, covered part of it up for the photos, but it's going to be massive.
That thing's huge.
Massive.
It's definitely like a dining room table piece.
As Jeff Morris would say. This is the brand new piece from Queen. Just did a video on this. Was it today? I can't remember what day it was. Where I talk about this being a hit or miss video. So this is the 3rd scale. I feel like that portrait looks great. But I feel like their other portrait doesn't look quite as good.
I agree.
But it's close, but it's just not perfect. And I also asked in the video, how many people want a black suit Superman?
Yeah, I had somebody that owns this reach out to me and wanted it repainted to the classic, and they weren't happy with the portrait either in person.
This one?
I believe it was this one.
No, this one just went up for pre-order today.
Different piece then. All right, never mind.
I think you might be thinking of the Iron Studios one.
Could be that. There's so many of them.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like that looks good. That looks really good to me. That from that angle, but just some of the other angles, it doesn't look as good. But I love that.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, that looks really good. It's got the light up feature. It also has, if you buy the premium, you get the stand with it, which is nice. So again, I think it's a beautiful statue. This is from Art Statue Collector. He actually had the prototype on display. Again, I just feel like the portrait's it's okay.
Yeah.
But the angry one is what makes it for me. But I do like kind of the floating look.
I'll be right back, guys.
No problem, Charles.
Yeah, I don't know. It's always it's always something with the Henry Cavill portrait
Yeah, I know it is. It's hard to capture him.
It whoever does one, it just always looks different. Like none of them look correct, or something's always off.
This is the life-size Captain America bust by Queen. This one has started to ship, so we'll be seeing that in hand here soon. But these are the production ones.
Another very expensive shipping piece.
Very expensive. Also, the third scale Catwoman. This is one that I originally purchased, but I have sold my pre-order. But they are going to do a review for the channel, guys, so don't worry about that. You'll still see it on the channel. But at the end of the day, I just decided to go a different direction. But I do think she turned out nice. The likeness is very, very good.
It's crazy. I was looking. I think it was Delaney that shared it. The picture of the 1/6 compared to the 1/3. It's crazy how much bigger the thing is.
Yeah, it's way bigger. This is that J&D Superman. Some people have loved the portrait. Some people feel like it's close.
It's close. I mean, neck down is perfect. I mean,
That angle right there looks great to me. But some people just thought maybe they just need to poof down the hair a little bit. Also, the suit is sculpted. I couldn't believe it.
yeah, you just reminded me. Like,
I couldn't believe it because it looks so real.
It really does.
It really is impressive, and I really like the Clark Kent.
So now, is that strange if you have both on display and then one is like real fabric and then one's not?
I could see that maybe.
Surprised they did that like that, but it looks like fabric. So you might
I mean that looks like exactly like his fabric suit. I mean, it's really quite impressive the way they sculpted it. Because I was just shocked when they said it wasn't fabric, but I really like
the colors are perfect. It has that like old vintage like faded look to it.
Yeah, it's so good. I love this portrait.
That looks good.
I think that's one of their best to date. But obviously, these are expensive pieces. But if you are a fan of J&D and collect, again, I feel like they're really close. I feel like maybe it's just the hair's a little too poofy or something. But was this one around $3,000 for this one? I think.
It's a lot.
Shoot.
Yeah, it's a lot. But anyway, looks cool. This is from PCS. This is the new Ghostbusters line. I feel like the portrait's pretty good, not perfect, but it's okay.
Yeah, same. I think, but like once you have them all on display, it's gonna look killer.
Oh, it'll look great. And so you have this version, and you also have the one where you can add the beams. Don't cross the streams. But yeah, they're doing all four of them. I'm hoping they have this one on display as well.
Yeah, I'd like to see that
in San Diego. I'm sure Ant will surprise us with a few things.
I'm assuming that's all sculpted too, right?
Yeah, it's all sculpted, fully sculpted on him, and also Slimer. So that's fun. So I would assume, like, if you want Slimer, you got to buy this, right?
Yeah.
So that's fun. That's a piece that people will regret not getting if they don't get the Slimer. This is also PCS. This is that Morgan. I think this looks incredible.
That looks just like her.
There's that photo, and then we also got this one. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
I really think they did a really nice job with her. I'd love to see this one on display. I would assume because it goes up for pre-order July 20th, so I bet it'll be on display there. I think it's a beautiful portrait. And that's one of the elements there, the bat. This is part of the Iron Studios, the Flash line. This is part of that big Batman diorama. Similar to what they did with the 89, but it's got a little bit more base. But I would assume this one will be probably at least 1,500-1,600 would be my guess.
So you think like this is like going to be like similar size to the previous one they did?
It's the same size, yeah.
Okay.
But it's got more base to it.
Yeah.
But this is 10 scale again. So I would assume that Batmobile is exactly the same as the one I had.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, was there even any changes to the Batmobile? I don't think there was.
I doubt it. But this one, God, they didn't even drive it in the movie. I can't believe it.
I know. I'm so disappointed.
It's so stupid. But yeah, this one has more of the Batcave element, which is cool. I like that. So here you get kind of an idea of the way it looks. It'll be expensive.
Oh, yeah.
And I bet we'll see that at San Diego also.
Oh, that'll definitely be there.
Yeah. We also have the Lady D. I really like this piece. I think this is really cool. This is under real lighting.
That's cool.
And this is the size. Cool. This is a quarter scale that's the size of a third scale.
Who did this one?
This is Prime 1.
Okay. They did another one too where she's standing. Was that Prime 1 or
That's PCS.
Oh, PCS. Okay. Yeah, both of them. I love both companies.
No, I'm sorry. I think that's Pure Arts actually.
Yeah, I would have, if I was collecting this character, I would have a tough choice between, I like the one where she's sitting and I like the one where she's standing.
I like this one better. I mean, just like the fabric, the material, and the blood on the carpet.
Yeah.
Very well done.
It's really cool.
That's a good art piece.
Yeah. This is from Darkside Collectibles. This is their Sarah Connor. Has started to ship, I believe. I feel like it looks okay. Kind of simplistic at areas.
It's a little like it's almost like they spent a lot of time on her, but everything else was kind of like just like thrown.
Yeah. And then she's got her portrait without her hat. This is from XM. This is Kidpool. This is a new piece that they're getting ready to put up for pre-order, or maybe they already have. Again, they've been real quiet, kind of slow to get stuff out here recently. I'm not sure what's going on, but hopefully we'll get stuff delivered here soon. This is just kind of a cute, fun piece. Got some nice color to it.
Yeah, I'm excited for that Wolverine versus Deadpool movie. Or was it Deadpool 3?
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah,
a lot of spoilers with Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah,
but suit looks good.
It does.
So I think that'll do very well. And again, this is just kind of a fun piece, quarter scale. Got some nice colors to it. Speaking of colors, this is another example of what they were talking about with their paint schemes that they're doing right now. Some experimental paints, a lot of metallics. Again, beautiful art piece.
Yeah, definitely more vibrant looking.
It's another one of the video game pieces that Prime 1's doing. And this one really is beautiful.
Wow.
That's nice.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. So again, they're definitely doing some amazing things with the video games and anime stuff. Just really neat concepts.
That is beautiful.
This is the Last of Us diorama. Obviously, this is from the first game. So I think that'll be a pretty popular piece among video game collectors. It's fun. And again, another video game piece on display there. Devil May Come. Nice colors. This is from the Tweeterhead Myths and Monsters. I just wanted to show that they are doing a black and white version. And it's an LE limited edition of 100. That can be purchased at the Tweeterhead website. And then this is the color version. Very nicely sculpted. We've got the Indiana Jones right here. This is from Hot Toys. I saw that movie last week. Thought it was pretty good. Not amazing, but pretty good. I think the likeness is pretty good on Harrison Ford here. He's hard to capture.
Yeah.
But I like the base. So for the Hot Toy collectors out there, again, the portrait looks good. This is from Sang of XM Studios. This is the Samurai Riddler that I've purchased. They've updated the paint. I asked him why the purple lips, and he just said it looks more villain. He likes it because it's more villainous. I don't know if I love the purple lips, but it's just they've kind of updated the paint to kind of show what they're doing with the paint.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I mean, it obviously looks weird without the top of his head, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, he's got the hats and stuff. So.
Yeah, I don't know if I like the lips like that.
I just said that XM hasn't been shipping much, but they did just ship this guy. I forgot about this one. So this one, I think this one turned out really great.
Very well done.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
I think the person that owns this, they were very happy with it.
Yeah, the paint looks great. Obviously, this is a Fantastic Four piece. The fire in the water.
Yeah, really.
This is a scroll, right?
Yep.
Yeah. This is like one of those things where I kind of know about him, but I would buy just for the art.
Yeah, different portrait there, different arm swap out there.
It looks like Thanos.
Yeah, kind of. It's really cool. And that's the end.
All right.
We went through about 300 pictures pretty quick that time.
That was bad.
Very well done, Chris.
Trying to keep this under 3 hours. But yeah, one heck of a show. Is there anything in that pile of stuff that we looked at that would maybe be a must buy for you guys? We always talk about that at the end. And of course, for me, it's that Batman Legendary Beast. That's going to be a day one. I'm going to just pray to God I get one.
Yeah. And he said it's a low ES, right?
Low ES. And I think that he said that they're doing a black and blue version. I think the blue version was like ES of 50.
No kidding.
Did he say
So
300? I think he said 300 on it.
I think he said 300. So it's going to be 300, 350. I think if he's smart, he'll do 350. 'Cause I think he'll sell them.
Very quiet.
What?
Could you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, something's wrong with my mute button. I'm to my dogs fucking.
I was like,
I thought it was muted. Sorry.
yeah, that's all right. That's all right. But Batman for me, how about anything that you saw that you guys would love to have?
Batman is definitely that whole Legendary Beast line. I'm like Eric said, it's been a while since anything that has come out is like totally I've got to have it. And I mean, you know me, I have the Bermejo Joker. That's it on my 1/3 scale. But that line I could totally see going down in the new basement and showcasing the whole thing.
Yeah. 100%.
And he's a nice guy. I mean, he's like I say, he's one of us. So
he's a fan.
He gets it. He gets it. He's a collector. He knows what we want.
He is, and he knows what he wants, and he also knows what he needs to do to make it better. And so that's really nice that he's listening, but he still has a vision for what this lineup is. He reached out to me early on and said, "Hey, Chris, what do you want to see?" And he knew I'm a Batman guy. And so I sent him a whole bunch of ideas, and half the ideas that I sent him is what he's using.
That's great.
And so that's really awesome because he knows that I've got a finger on the pulse of the community and kind of what people have been wanting for the last decade,
right?
That we still haven't got yet. And so I'm very excited that he's willing to listen and that he has some ideas, of kind of what he wants to see and what artists he wants to see from. Obviously, Alex Ross is an inspiration. So it's very exciting.
Absolutely.
Very exciting. How about you, Eric?
Yeah, I really love the LBS Batman. That's going to be tempting if it trumps my Fabok, and I really like the Joker from LBS.
It'll be awesome. And what he showed us tonight isn't even what's all there yet.
I mean, if I was still collecting the Justice League, I would, I'd be in on all of them.
There is, I can't say it yet, but there is something.
He pushes the Riddler a little forward because I know he said a 5-year plan. If I have to wait 5 years, just
he'd be smart to get that one out quicker. But there is something if he does it, and I don't know if it's approved or whatever, but if there's something that if he does it, it's an add-on piece to the Joker that would be game changing. The render was incredible, so I can't say any more. But I just wanted you guys to know that there's going to be some really special stuff with that Joker piece. Obviously very inspired by Alex Ross as well. With that hat and the cane, it's very, very cool.
That's the way I'm displaying it.
I've been waiting forever for a company to do that. I mean, Sideshow, the first premium format, they did that with the hat, but he had like that weird.
Yeah, it was like the angled hat. It was weird.
I've been waiting for somebody to make a statue with that hat again like that.
Yeah. Obviously Wonder Woman's going to be great. So anyway, I've taken up enough of you guys this time tonight. I want to thank Charles for coming on. I can't wait to see you in a week, my friend. Hang out a little bit. Again, Eric, thank you very much. Thanks to Dan. Thanks to Jay for being on. Again, one hell of a mega show. It was really fun to hear everybody. I do apologize for some of the lag we had with Jay. Obviously, he's halfway across the world, and so sometimes the connection's a little bit weird. But I'm just so glad we got a chance to talk to him. And hopefully, like I said, it won't be the last. Hopefully, we'll be able to have him on again. Hopefully, we'll have Charles on again as well. If you just want to hang out or want to plug the art as well, you're always welcome here, my friends. So
thank you.
Anyway, definitely check out the Choice Fine Art booth at San Diego if you're there. And again, please hang out with us on Thursday if you're in the area and want to meet us and just hang out for a little bit. Probably won't be probably half hour or 40 minutes or whatever. And we'll just have a great time. So anyway, can't wait to see you guys next week. And again, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the Batcave. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Thanks for watching.